2.
Well, remember iCarly,
2?
when Freddy would
2?
point, he wouldn't
2?
say 1, he would just point at the camera.
Yeah.
Well,
We're live.
It's 5-4.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and we are back with another Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, Banned Like Firewall. Now, if you're wondering why the episode is titled Banned Like Firewall, it's because Seven's Road Magician is Yuga's ace that got banned, obviously for plot reasons in this episode, not in real life. And the only other, well, not the only other ace, but the last ace that has been banned was Firewall Dragon. I'm sure most of you guys got that reference, but I am super excited to talk to you guys about what, in my opinion, has been the best episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's thus far. We have our season finale, not our season finale, excuse me, our finale of the arc, most likely, the Birth of Rush Duel's arc, on the horizon in episode 13. I have no idea where 13 is going to go. Obviously, 12 left us on the biggest cliffhanger any Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode has left us on thus far, and we are going to get into all the theories, all the thoughts, and all the analysis, and much more than anyone could ever ask for, even the most diehard of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's fans. You guys, thank you so much for joining. Kate, Cal, Pete. We have an open seat at the end. It's going to look unbalanced for a while. Nick T is coming. Nick T is not going to be here probably for another 25-30 minutes, but Nick T is coming. He is going to give his thoughts on this episode, so very excited for that. Just bear with us for the first 30 minutes or so. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
I'm doing good, man.
I'm doing pretty well.
It's good to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have Discord open on your computer?
No, why?
Discord sound. People keep adding me.
Discord sound?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. It must have accidentally opened.
That's so weird. It's not open.
No, it is.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Thank you, guys. Okay, sorry about the pings.
Sorry.
Sorry about the pings. That would have been a good troll. Sorry about the pings. Before we get into our analysis of episode 12, again, the first part between Roa and Yuga, I do want to thank every single person who donated on the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! It was actually, in the last, 4 months, one of the most donations we have ever received in a Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up podcast. So massive thank you for that, guys. Again, the next thing that all the donations are going towards is comfy chairs for everyone that comes on, because these chairs are, white, plastic. There's probably people in the chat that have been on my streams before as a guest. They're not comfortable to sit in for 2 hours, let alone 30 minutes. So that's where it's going to next. But big thank you to everyone who did donate in the last podcast. Thank you, Melinda Phantom, Captain Rex, TNX Rail, Church of Flapple, Goosey Q, Brian Ford, Nicholas Horton, Sean Gilbride, Davis Enos, Alan Wilkinson, Solid Snack, Legendary Duels, Axe the Road, Stardust Nobody, Ren 1995 Link Morales, MVP Tomahawk, Jack Knight 21, Danger Charizard, Bam, Ute Uto, and Otis Cunningham. You guys all rock, and thank you to everyone who tuned in for the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. Happy we are part of your Wednesday night once again. Where do you guys want to start?
I need to start with this because it's the first one we've gotten in a while.
Okay.
Matthew Kennedy's here donating $5.
Oh, Matthew. It's good. I mean, Matthew Kennedy, he's like a celebrity now, right? Like a year ago, he used to come every time, and now he only comes every so often.
And
so his popularity is that high.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He's got other appearances to make. So whenever he comes, it's a treat.
He's baptizing some child out there.
Of course.
Exactly.
Everyone watch
Gundam
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
For Best Gundam Ever, Gundam
Yes.
Barbados, and Love, Best Girl Atra.
Matt, thank you so much, man. And thank you to all of you guys. You guys are all incredible. Episode 12, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. I mean, do you guys want to start?
You know what, Dylan? I think you should start.
Okay. Well, there's not really too much for me to go into. If you haven't seen my review, definitely watch my review. There's not much more that I have to add. I just thought that this was, in terms of musical score, in terms of plot movement, and in terms of seriousness, this was the best episode in all three of those categories. Hands down. Even the cliffhanger at the end was really good. And this episode almost felt like it was just on a different level in some regards, especially the last 5 minutes. Like, I haven't felt tension in a Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think it's good to have that feeling of tension and like, oh shoot, this matters. And the sequence of when Yuga is drawing his cards at the end while Roa is basically trying to deck him out, and Yuga kind of knows that he's going to draw Seven's Road Magician. Like, there's that moment of hesitation, and I genuinely believe, we've seen it as a theme in Yu-Gi-Oh! It seems like these good duelists always know what they're going to draw. And at that moment in time, Yuga knew he was going to draw Seven's Road Magician, and that hopeless feeling of knowing you have to draw 5 cards, but also knowing that that draw is going to lose you the duel was really good, and you felt that tension as a viewer. Another thing that I really found to be interesting was, as I said in the review, how important the hologram man actually is going to be. Yeah. There were a lot of people, including myself, that thought the hologram man and the Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's just there for nostalgia bait. It's not really going to be important. He's going to just be a one-off character. No, he's based off of a real person that's probably still living. So did he create a hologram of himself? He clearly wants Rush Duels to be a thing. Does he have pure intentions? Do his intentions align with Yuga? Or they may be completely different where they both want Rush Duels to be a thing, but he wants them to be a thing for a more nefarious reason, whereas Yuga just wants a new style to duel. Is he using Yuga as a pawn in his scheme? We know that Roa is connected to all of this because he was at the scene when Hologram Man gave Yuga the card. We see him in a couple different shots in the background of that flashback. And Roa also had his sister spying on Yuga and Co. as they were unlocking Rush Duels, so he clearly knows more than we know as a viewer at this point, and it just seems like everything is coming together in a really, really tight-knit, well-written package, and I'm really excited to see what episode 13 brings. But I'm kind of just repeating points. I have a crazy set of... Actually, let me just say this about Seto Kaiba.
There we go.
Let me just say this. I'm not going to get crazy here tonight, boys and girls. I'm not going to get crazy. So, we know that the Hologram Man's real name is Otis. We know that from the 13 cast list. His real name is Otis.
Otis Cunningham?
Named after Otis Cunningham, of course. Great guy. Otis. But there were many people on the forums that said, well, actually, there is a way that you can translate the name to spell O-T-E-S. Which is Seto backwards. Seto Kaiba. Now, listen, I'm not going to try and push that on anyone. We'll wait until Friday night. We have less than 48 hours, and we'll wait and see what happens. But I just think it's very interesting. Your guys' thoughts?
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start right where we need to start here, and say, I'm with you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's Kaiba in the flesh. He's back.
Well, listen, I don't think it's Kaiba in the flesh. And even if it's not Kaiba, it's definitely an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And the 7 panels are going to be the 7 rivals from the Yu-Gi-Oh shows. So we're going to have what's Revolver backwards? Is it Revolver? Is it a Paradigm or whatever they're called?
No, there's not 2 V's in it.
No, there's not 2 V's.
Wait, there is.
Revolver.
There's not 2 L's. That's what I meant.
Rev Lover. So we're going to see a character. You can laugh all you want, but when Rev Lover comes to town, a hologram character that looks kind of like Revolver, we're going to be getting somewhere. So just remember that. Rev Lover.
Well, no, because they're distancing themselves from that show. So
you're right. Brains never happen.
Brains won't get anything in there. No, but for the episode itself, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, let's get serious.
Yeah. Let's get serious.
What
episode.
What did you think of the episode?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Also, was definitely the most serious episode of all the episodes. Like you said, there was tension that you really haven't felt in all of the other episodes so far in the show. Like, everything's always so lighthearted, or, they say something serious, which is backhanded with some sort of meme or joke.
Of course.
And nothing is ever really taken, like, more literally or seriously.
Yeah.
But then in this one, it's kind of all... Obviously, there's still comedic aspects to it. But it's like, Yuga's being a very serious person. He's not really cracking his, little wise jokes or like his like know-it-all type personality that he has, because he's like, he created Rush Duel, so he knows. Like, he knows what's going to come.
The thing that was fascinating about Yuga in this episode, not to interrupt you, is the last like 8 to 10 minutes, he didn't say a word.
No.
Yeah.
And that's very out of character for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he, I was going to say, they were like asking him questions too. They were like, is this true? Is this true? And at one point, I think I don't know if it was Roman or if it was somebody else, but they're like, why isn't he saying anything? But somebody says that specifically, like, why isn't he saying anything about this?
Right, and body language is important. When that revelation that it's a banned card, and that's why the Hologram Man was disqualified in the tournament, gets revealed, Yuga is smiling.
Yeah,
Yuga's not shocked. He's not surprised. he's content. Like, Yuga definitely
Yeah.
knows way more about this card and the hologram man than he's letting on to.
Well, Roman says that fact of, it looks like Roa wasn't the only one keeping secrets.
Well, she said
Yeah.
she's not the only.
yeah,
she
but,
wasn't the
yeah,
only
but
one. Yeah,
look at obviously Yuga has been keeping
Yeah.
secrets
Yeah.
this entire time.
yeah,
He knew who that was when it came up in the first episode.
yeah, and he didn't say anything.
Nope.
Yeah,
I wonder if he knew that Roa was there though, because like you said, in that still frame when you can see Roa like showing in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, does he know he was there? Does he know that, yeah, Roa already knew this because we were both there? What if they knew each other? Like, and they knew that they were there, but had just kind of haven't said that. You
of
know
course,
what I mean?
of course.
So it's another thing where, like, the two of them could be holding this, knowing farewell they saw each other there and that he knows about the card, but nobody else would have known that, and Roa obviously would have kept that knowledge to himself for the whole purpose of making this trap possible.
yeah.
So it's not like it wouldn't be far-fetched for them to be like, yeah, I thought, like, I did see you there. I remember you were wearing this, you were doing this, and then you'd be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Like-
it's a good point. And maybe even Roa, from his perspective, feels smited that he wasn't the
That he
one
didn't get the card.
that got the
Yeah.
card, and
Yeah.
he wasn't the
Yeah.
chosen one. And the hologram man didn't hand pick him from the audience.
Because, like, he was a big fan as well. And
Right,
he's sitting there
right. We
looking at
don't
him,
know
yeah.
why Roa was really there or Roa's motivations at all in all of this. And I
Yeah.
think that's probably what's getting me very excited about next week and just about the show in general.
Yeah.
There's still so much
So much to unpack.
that we have no
Yeah.
idea on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it's my favorite episode.
Okay.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I would say, and you pointed out, the music is really the first part
Yeah.
that drew me in, of like the score and the different characters' themes that go on in this episode. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really builds kind of every scene you go into. It's almost like you feel like you're like encapsulated in that moment of what is going
Yeah.
on, and
Yeah.
every score feels perfectly like expresses the proper emotion I'm supposed to at each moment, each scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that was the first thing I noticed. Where I was like, "Wow, this feels like another level than the first 11 episodes."
Yeah.
Well, the music that was in the very beginning trailer back in December, the V-Jump trail, not the V-Jump, the Jump Festa trailer that we all remember, that now music is associated with the Hologram Man. Because that was the same music that was played during the flashback when Hologram Man went on stage and was talking about how you got to cut through. So that's almost like your theme of bringing hope and
Yeah.
getting over the hump, and that's your association right now with the Hologram Man. So it'll be interesting to see what the Hologram Man's role actually is in all of this. And then you have your Goha theme when Mimi was on the stage. You have these themes that are starting to make themselves known as what group they're affiliated with, and that's important in a show. It's identity. And so your music has identity now, which is really, really cool.
Yep.
And I felt that very, very strongly
And I
in
like
this
the
episode.
different sound beats when Roa is dueling and when he's on stage talking. Like, it really, like, I feel like if they keep in that kind of theme going forward, if that music plays, even if I don't see Roa yet, I know, okay, he's coming.
He's coming.
He's coming
Yeah,
because I
absolutely.
hear that musical cue, so I know he's
Absolutely.
going to be there. So I like that little attention to detail.
That also builds up his character
Yeah.
so much because it's like you get that evil villain presence in any movie you can think about or watch. When the evil villain, you know, the main rival or whatever it is in the show or movie comes on, there's always that like theme song type music that comes on, whether it's some dark just like piano or whatever it is. There's always that key that you're like, oh crap, he's here. Whoever
Yeah.
it is, you're like, they're here. And I think that's so cool in a show like this where, you know, there hasn't been something like that. So like, it's just seeing him walk in like a different episode down the line and hearing that music come out would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like you said, even if he's not in the scene
Yeah.
yet, you hear it playing and then someone will be like, uh-oh, Roa's here.
Like,
Right.
for whatever everyone out there felt about Bowman and Brains, right? As soon as I heard that like orchestra piano vampire, like
yeah.
I knew he was coming.
Yeah.
And so whatever you feel
He
about
had a
that
great
character,
theme.
it was a great
I
theme.
know, a lot of people didn't like Bowman. He had a kick-ass theme. though.
Great theme.
Great musical
and
score.
Luke, yes, I agree. The Prometheus theme,
Yeah.
the two in the show Arrow, that's another one that you're like, okay, you know he's coming because it's a
Yeah,
very recognizable
absolutely.
theme.
Absolutely. We do have an update on Nick T. Nick T is on his way. So Nick T should be here within the next 15 minutes. We're going to hear from him fresh out of work as soon as he gets here. So really excited for that. What were your thoughts in the meantime?
I really, I want to say this is my favorite episode so far.
Okay.
Sorry, it just distracted me.
No,
Something. Well, first, I really liked Baby Yuga.
I know
Yeah,
you.
somebody asked that. What everyone think? I think
Small
it was.
Yuga.
I think it might have been Derek.
Yeah, he
but-
was
Yeah.
cute. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
So
already.
So he was probably what 5? And
Yeah.
he's 11 now,
I
so
mean,
probably like
Cal,
6
Cal
years
made
ago.
fun of me, but it
I just think the whole semantics of it. I know it's an anime. It's Sevens. Where are his parents? Right, like he's the only small kid at this event,
Him and
they're
Roa.
Like people
Yeah.
towering over him.
and
He's
his
just
parents
like,
are just nowhere to be
But
found.
you can't say that's not realistic. I mean, how many times do we see that parents don't pay attention to their kids? They walk away, do
Where
something.
are your parents?
Yeah, you're right.
The other parents could be shopping like right over there a block away, and he goes, "Oh my God, there's dueling," and so a little kid just leaves because their attentions are short and they just
You're
run
right.
over there.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
Realistically, they could have been 5 feet away. Just you would never know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
What was this your favorite episode?
Yes, this is my favorite episode. I am really starting to enjoy Roa as a character.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was, and I'm glad you brought that up because this was really the first episode that we see Roa in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had
Literally.
yeah, literally. We've had moments before where like he's
Yeah.
spoken, he threw Roman against the wall. We got a little
Yeah.
introductory taste of his character,
Yeah.
but this was the first meat and potatoes episode of his
Oh, yeah.
character.
And
Um,
I enjoyed what I was eating.
That was good.
Thanks.
Alex Fermi made a good point about the parents. He said all the parents have died in car accidents.
It's true. Parents
Which
probably dead
seems
about
to
it.
be a theme.
That's a
you know?
season 2 thing. We're gonna get to that in season 2. Don't worry, Alex. Yeah. So I thought that episode, his episode, 5 days ago, was really really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was great for him.
Everything about the
Yes.
way he talked, the way he presented himself, I like that he plays on his popularity
Yes.
with the fans. And so he could always be like trying to call to them and get that, screaming girls kind of thing to go on.
Yeah.
I like how he does that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, I won't even say villain-like, but it's definitely someone in a position of power that you're going to use everything to your advantage. And
Yeah.
if you could sway the more people to your side, you're going to make yourself look better.
Of course.
Was also great when he's like, "Oh, it's so nice to have a top rank executive, but to be such a big fan."
Yeah.
Actually,
But
has
he
his
was
face
digging
on
into
it.
Mimi.
So I'm glad that you brought up Mimi because that was my next bullet point that I
Okay.
wanted to hit. Because there were a lot of important things
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened in this
Yeah.
It's
episode.
very plot-heavy.
Like,
So yeah,
The selfie with.
the selfie with Mimi.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What did you guys think about Mimi in this episode? I mean, and her role in the show so far as that bridge connecting Goha sort of to this whole duel. What's also really interesting is, again, we're still playing, in my opinion, on satanic implications.
Six again, yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Because remember,
the
6
devil
minutes,
thing for
66
Rook.
seconds. Yeah, and Roa's monster, I think, is Heavy Metal King, the devil or something like, or no, is devil in the name? I don't think it is. But either way, the rule in the rule book was Section 66, Article 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
then,
first
and then the
words
next
he
one-
says.
and then when the president gets on the phone, he's just starting to yell 66, 66, 66.
After he left.
Yeah, after 66, 66.
That's our first line.
That's demonic, dude. I mean, really, out of context, that's demonic.
Yeah.
So, there still is that, subtlety there of the
Oh,
whole...
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that... I mean, you guys let me know if
I
you felt
do
that.
say what I liked about the Mimi edition this episode is that I remember, Dale, you were thinking along the lines, maybe a couple weeks ago, that Roa and Goha were going to work together.
I did think that.
I think that makes this very clear in this episode that Roa is on his own. And
yeah.
he's not for Goha. He took digs at Goha and Mimi. And
Yeah.
so I like that he's almost like a third alternate party thing. And it reminds me of that kind of revolver setup of we have Soul Tech and we have the Knights and then we have our heroes. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way we're going with his band. You have Goha and then you have Yuga in the gang.
Yeah,
And I like when there's multiple kind of front
factions,
going on.
yeah.
What I do like about this, the way it's structured with these multiple factions is I can't see Roa teaming up with them after. I feel like they all don't like him already.
Right.
They all look at him as he's trying to cheat us
Well,
out.
I don't think Roa would want
He's
to
try-
team up with
and
them.
well, that too. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is even, I feel like in the beginning of Reigns, you just wouldn't have expected it. But then there was kind of this realization that okay, it makes sense for them to team together.
Yeah.
But in this show, just the way that Roa is, even with Roman connecting the two parties, I don't see them working together.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be more of Roa kind of becoming less of a factor and Roman choosing to work with like Yuga and them than them actually teaming together.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to also touch on Roa and his seemingly disdain towards Goha, because you were right. He did take a few digs at them. And there was even a point where he referenced Goha, and he said, yeah, why don't you give Goha a call? And Goha was in parentheses, almost as if like he doesn't even view them as a legitimate organization.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Like he just, doesn't view them
I
as...
thought he was viewing Mimi as like being a fake Goha member.
Well...
Because he was like, yeah, I'm sure you are. Why don't you give him a call? Like,
Yeah,
that's the way
right.
I looked at it. Like, she was kind of like dressing up.
I also think he took shots in the sense that she was like, "Oh, I'm number 6. I'm in the top of Hexagon," and he didn't care about how elite you are. I don't trust your dueling skills. You're nobody.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I think at some point we are going to get more into Goha. I don't think it's going to be like Soul Tech. I hope it's not like Soul Tech and Vrains where you have these chess pieces. They don't... Sevens just seems, even after 11 or 12 episodes, it just seems much better written and more like...
Everything you show on screen is for a reason.
Yeah,
and we'll get back to it.
Exactly. Whereas Vrains in the beginning, not to say it wasn't a well-written show, but in the beginning, they were doing things and foreshadowing things that just never ended up happening.
Right.
Yeah, the director changed, the whole show changed directions. You don't really feel that way with Sevens. You feel like they kind of have an identity and they understand what they're doing. Yeah. I will say this, though, because Mimi says that she's number 6. That's the first time she has said that or referred to herself that way. So out of the top of Hexagon, obviously a hexagon has 6 sides. Yeah. So there's 6 people in top of Hexagon. So she has the least amount of power.
So you
would
think
imagine.
It's ranked like that?
I think it is ranked like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, definitely. Because if you're number 1 in top of Hexagon, you're at the top of Hexagon.
I guess it's a very anime thing that it's not just, hey, you're one of the sides. It's that it's for a reason. It's a ranking system.
Exactly.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. So she's number 6. So I actually like that a lot, because you can say, oh, they already beat someone from Goha Corporation's elite membership, but it's the weakest one.
Yeah.
It's the weakest one. It's the one that, doesn't have the most dueling ability or power or whatever you want to say. Yep. So I like that, because I think, if anything, it actually gives a little stock to Goha. Because now at least you can say, okay, well, at least they didn't beat a top person. They beat someone who's probably ranked 7th or 8th on the entire Goha team.
She's only dueled once.
She's only dueled once, but she's already lost.
Right.
So I think that's
But it's against our crew. It's against our top duelists. So
exactly.
It's Yuga. It's one loss.
It is one loss, but I think if it was like the president of Goha or a very important member of Goha, I think that does hurt Goha a little bit.
Yeah.
In terms of their legitimacy and their power in this universe.
Kind of like Queen going down in one shot.
Yeah.
I
mean, right?
Seen it again.
Exactly. So, Queen, dude, I can't.
But to compare the two, it is the female character that is the weak duelist.
Yeah, of course. So. I think Luke just pointed that out. Like,
well,
of course, it's the weakest is the girl. Yeah. Of course.
It only makes
hey,
sense.
but you know what? She has been the most Goha involved so far.
I still think
absolutely.
and I said this a few episodes back, I still think she has the most chance to switch sides when this is all said.
Yeah.
She already, I feel like she already is by calling and trying to make sure the card isn't illegal. Like
she is defending Yuga.
Yeah,
she's trying to defend
as
Yuga.
As a fangirl of Roa, she had no reason to try and intervene, and like she would, if she wanted Roa to win, she'd be like, yeah, it's illegal. I'm not going to say anything.
And she has her episode in episode 7, I believe that was. She complimented Yuga. She complimented like Rush Duels, even if it was her monologuing. We as the audience know that she did that. She didn't, she could have threw the entire notebook that she had into the ocean too.
Yeah.
But she's still obligated by her duties to go to Goha, but she wasn't happy about giving that over.
No.
And so you could still see she's waning early on there, especially with the relationship to her son. Like you see that she sees some of that, the parts that make her son happy in Rush Duels in these kids in Yuga and Rook, and she goes, like maybe there is something to this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not doing what's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Interrupt you for a second. 2 things. People are saying the donation sound is very, very loud.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Really?
Yes.
I never messed with that feature. Hold on, let me adjust it.
A couple of people, and I think there were 4 donations through the link.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so through the link, I do get a little bit bigger of a cut than through Super Chat, because YouTube does not take a percentage. PayPal takes a much smaller percentage from the link, whereas YouTube takes like 40% from Super Chat. But if you want to donate, whatever works better, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to do one way or another. I'm just very grateful for it. So they won't come up in the chat if you do it through the link, but I can get them through my computer. So we will get to all the donations.
Yes.
I've lowered the sound, so if another one comes in and the sound is loud, let me know. That's weird.
Yeah.
I never really touched the alert box setting.
Let me
so
know if another one comes in and it's still the same. Let me know.
Wait,
yeah,
I just want to
I'm
say
sorry
something.
about that. Yeah.
In chat, KP said prediction: Roa Kirishima is the next Gary Oak. Did I not say to you, when we
did.
were watching it? I
You
go,
did.
he reminds me so much of Gary Oak.
I've never thought
That
of
was
the
the exact
parallel.
way I looked at it.
get the parallel.
As
That's a
soon as
really
we were
good parallel.
looking at him like standing on the stage and he did something, and I go to Pete, I go, that just reminds me of Gary Oak.
Yeah, he did say that.
And like, of all things, I find that funny. It's exactly how I saw him.
Yeah, really good parallel. There was another thing that I wanted to touch on. Yeah, okay. So Nick T, again, should be here very soon. The other thing I wanted to touch on is the Hologram Man. I've talked about him a bit in my monologue and in the review. I haven't heard your guys' thoughts on it. Were you surprised to see him and to see that he was the one who gave Yuga Seven's Road to Magician? Were you surprised that he's going to be probably a very prevalent character in this story? Are we going to... What's his identity? What's his purpose? Is he from a different time period, maybe? I mean, he said on stage that...
A different world.
If I was... a different world, the Yu-Gi-Oh! You know. If I was born... Let me stop. If I was born in a different time, I'd be the king of duels.
Right.
You know, I mean, who is this guy? I mean, what do you guys think about all that?
I was very surprised because in my head, I kind of wrote him off as like a one-off, just something that is very unique to the beginning of this, like of the storyline. Maybe there'd be a flashback to that scene or something like that, you know. But I personally didn't think he would have that same, like, that big of an effect on Yuga, where he's talking about how he was basically his inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, like, he saw him getting dragged off the stage and talking about how you have to build your own road and your own rules and everything else. And that's basically, like, what Yuga lives by. He builds his own roads. He made a new way to duel with his own set of rules. You know what I mean? And I think that it's a good way of pulling the hologram man in by having him in that first episode and bringing him back. Like, I like how they did that. Just never expected it.
Yeah. I was just stunned by it.
Yeah,
I really was.
absolutely.
Pete, well, actually, Kate, what are your thoughts on that? Were you surprised to see him back?
Yes, I was surprised. I think my jaw actually dropped when he came back on the screen.
Yeah, when he was on, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I was surprised. Sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Pete, your thoughts on that on the whole development?
I wasn't surprised he came back. I was surprised he came back in the way he did.
Yeah.
I thought it would be
Yeah,
a Roa.
thoughts that I could not.
I'm right there with you, girl.
Yes.
I thought it would be a Roa connection, and I thought that he would have some dual connection to set this entire dueling scenario that we're in of Rush Duels into motion. And he maybe knew who that person was, whether it was an ex-Goha employee or whatever it is. I didn't expect it to be some random guy that seems very enthusiastic about dueling and wanting to be the king of duels, and that for whatever reason, whether he felt it or there was something deeper to give the ace card of our protagonist of the show, he gave it to that kid in the crowd.
Yeah.
Any of those people there were probably all duel fans, and he gave it to that kid when Master Duels were, I imagine, was the thing long before Rush Duels were a thing. I find that connection interesting, and I find it as open and honest as Yuga always is, that he actually was able to keep a secret where he didn't open his mouth, he wasn't overly surprised in the first episode, and he kind of subverted my expectations with that. So that I was actually really surprised about.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Yuga's stock as a character has
Going up.
really gone
It's
up.
going up,
Like
man.
I really, really like Yuga way more than I thought I would. With the younger protagonists, it usually takes a while for me to be on board. We have a guest at the door, Pete. If you'd like to let him in.
You got it, bro.
So Nick T is here. Just to give a little structure on how this is going to go, Nick T is going to come down. He's going to give his thoughts on the episode, and we're going to talk to him. He'll probably just talk for like 5 to 10 minutes. He watched the subs that were on GoGo, so he watched the subs that were not translated very well. All of us watched the Entame subs. So what happened in the episode sub-wise and translation-wise might be a little
bit different.
Might be a little bit different, so we'll try and guide him through that. But he's going to give his thoughts. We're going to read a few donations if
Yeah.
we have any. So
Absolutely.
thank you guys so much. Very excited for that. Very excited to hear from you. And then we're going to read the episode 13 summary, give predictions for episode 13. This is the first full Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up since it's come back from the haze. Everyone, welcome Nick T. Nick T is here. He has come.
Oh my god.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Before Nick T gives his opinion,
Yes.
I just want to say a comment before it leaves my head and I forget it forever.
Yes.
I like how when he receives the card, like in the crowd, it's similar to how Roman like became like dueling. Like her favorite person was the singer and the guitarist.
Yeah, it's
And
actually
it
good.
kind of
Yeah.
like it shows their motivation both in a similar scene, like just a kid in the crowd that caught a card.
Right, and so it does kind of, it really ties Yuga to the Kirishimas in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Ties him to Roa because Roa was at the scene, and then it ties him to Roman because they both got their aces that
Yeah.
way. Nick T, we've talked about the episode for probably about 30 minutes now.
Okay, great.
I know you watched the bad subs. You were sending me some screenshots. I mean, they were almost like the Hong Kong subs.
Yeah, a whole clip where he was like, "You seem very interested in Seven's Word Magician," and he said, "He is very attractive." Is what he said. So what's the actual line there?
So he says, "You seem to." I think it was like, "You seem to want to know a lot about Seven's Word Magician." Then he said, "Yes, I'm very interested in it."
Yeah, no, he said he is very attractive.
That is not
So
the right
he's
translation.
simping for a
He's
Yu-Gi-Oh
simping for
card.
Seven.
For those of you that don't know what happened, there were two teams that very quickly translated the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode 12. The first team was a brand new team, and the translations were not very accurate. Those were the subs that were put on sites like GoGo Anime, on 9 Anime. Entame Subs was the group that translated it a few hours after the shoddy translations came out. And those subs were really good, but
Yeah.
they weren't on any site, so you had to get a special program to watch them. So Nick T was kind of stuck with the...
Yeah, well, so I'm kind of kicking myself because last night you sent me everything, and I have a program, a VLC player, which lets me play literally like any file type, and I
Yeah.
can add subtitles, so it was easy for me. But I was like streaming my guitar, I was doing a whole bunch of things, and fell asleep before watching the episode, figuring I'd be able to watch it at work or whatever. And then you text, woke up to your text in the morning like, yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't.
So I was like, okay, great. So I guess I'm resorting to something else.
So those subs weren't great.
No, very bad. Now, and one thing that stuck out to me, other than him calling Seven's Word Magician attractive, was also that every turn it was like, I don't know if Roa is actually saying it, but he was like, time for my amazing draw. Like almost
No,
every
he said
draw.
in the other one it was like, "It's great me's turn" or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
So at least
My magnificent turn is
Okay,
something.
alright, so that was legit.
Yeah,
Okay,
he-
sure.
That
the
was
king.
clear.
Yeah, well, I liked the king stuff. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no, like my turn has come to a magnificent end or something.
Right.
Like
Okay,
that.
So
that
he
makes
was,
sense.
like, pretty
Yeah,
cocky.
he was pretty cocky.
But I want to know, and you can go for a little bit here if you want. I want to know all your thoughts on this episode.
It's kind of a double-edged sword for me. I feel like this episode was a little lackluster, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel, especially
He
coming
needs the
after.
good subs, bro.
Well, maybe, but like even on top of that, I feel like last episode like had me wowed. Like the duel just like was like really engaging, and like we had like even though it was funny with the whole like Roman being hungry and all like that, I felt like it was still like a pretty engaging episode.
Right, we didn't get your
an
thoughts
engaging
on that duel.
Yeah.
On the other hand, like this whole duel felt like a one big gimmick.
Really?
Yeah, to me. And like I don't know, it just like it felt like a whole lot of like I mean for 25 minutes I feel like a whole lot of other than the flashbacks, obviously like us learning sort of how he got Seven's Word Magician, the whole questioning of the authenticity of the card.
Right.
That was cool.
And the hologram man being
And
relevant.
actually being a
surprised
person,
me.
that was cool. Like that's why I say it's double edged because I think it's really important. Like it starts unraveling a lot of what we've been wondering and like it pushes the show way forward. But I felt like what was happening in the present was a lot of not much.
Yeah.
Fair. Fair
No, it's fair. It's a fair opinion. To me, it was the best episode so
Yeah,
far.
it was my favorite
I
episode.
disagree,
so
but
far.
I
that's
feel the
fine.
same way,
Yeah. Maybe it was the best.
I don't think so. There was a lot of, but it had nothing to do with the dialogue. It
Right,
was really
right.
the plot. I mean, the dialogue with the subs was.
The last
Very
5
good.
minutes, you didn't think it was good tension. The last 5 minutes.
Oh, the last 5 minutes was really good tension.
yeah. The
but
cliff. So you like the cliffhanger?
I love the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That I really did.
I can
like.
see where he's coming from though. No,
But
I
like
get it.
up until
No,
that
it's a
point,
fair opinion,
other
yeah.
than the flashback stuff, present day almost nothing happened.
Yeah.
Fair.
That is fair.
There wasn't many turns. It was just
Right,
trying
many-
to get Yuga to burn through his deck.
Exactly.
Which I
Yeah.
did like the throwback, like the the
Hand Destruction spell card.
That
was a very
that
OG
was-
Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
card. Yeah.
I'm surprised in myself that I noticed that because I said that to you. I was like, wait, that's an old card, and you were like, yeah, it's from Duel Monsters. Like, I'm so surprised I recognized it.
Well, I wanted because Nick T wasn't here for the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right.
Very quickly, so you weren't too big on this episode.
No, yeah.
What were your thoughts on episode 11, the Roman duel?
I really loved the Roman duel.
Okay, I had a feeling you would really like that episode.
Yeah, I thought that episode was great. I actually watched it twice.
Wow.
But
So is that your favorite episode so far?
it's close. It's top 3.
Yeah.
For sure. Top 3
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. We see a lot of different sides of Roman, and that's what I love. Like
Right.
you know, the hunger thing I think was really funny, but also like I was like, is that the secret? Like I felt like it's at times the way she was reacting to her own hunger was like, is this the whole secret? And I thought it actually would have been funny if that was it the whole time, and Yuga was just like really oblivious to it.
Yeah.
But I like the episode. I mean, I think the fact that Yuga was still like for Roman, like he was still trying to help Roman despite her clearly playing for the other side.
Yeah.
And it's clear that like Roa is even more manipulative than we had thought. Like it was like, yes, it was a joke and it was funny, but having the drummer or whatever eat everything, so she's starving and it becomes like she becomes a different person.
Right. When you take it out of the comedic context, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. Yeah.
You never want to starve your cousin?
I can't say I do. Never had that urge.
Yeah. So I will say this before we go into some. Well, actually, there's a couple more things I just want to grill you on about this episode.
Let's
your
hear it.
thoughts.
Yeah.
But before we do that, the Nico ratings came in for episode 12. And the Japanese fan base actually sides with Nick T on this.
Yeah.
It was the second lowest rated episode.
Wow.
Still very good ratings. 76% gave it a very good. Another 10% gave it a good. Another like 5% gave it an okay. And then I think it was 3% bad, 3% very bad. So the ratings are still very, very good.
Yeah.
The lowest rated episode still being episode 1, which I wasn't a big fan of episode 1.
I think it'd be my lower than.
I don't think it would be my least favorite either because the Mad Max episode I didn't like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
wasn't a huge fan of the Jurassic one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I forgot about
There's
those
a few
episodes.
in the middle between where we are now in the beginning. I feel like there's a few misses there.
Yeah, definitely. But episode 12, it's my favorite episode so far.
I respect it.
Yeah, so it's interesting to say. And I know a lot of people feel the same way.
Sure.
But obviously there are also people that don't feel the same way.
Yeah,
So.
I didn't think it definitely wasn't one of my least favorite.
Yeah.
But I think compared with the previous two.
Well, I'm glad that we had someone that, because when we all watched it, we all liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And when I saw the ratings over in Japan, I was kind of surprised. I was like, really? That's very surprising. So I'm glad there was someone here that at least didn't really
to
love
sort of
the
connect,
episode.
to connect with
So
that.
yeah.
You're the representative of the Japanese people.
That is not a title I would accept. That's gonna get me canceled.
I want to grill you on this. Your thoughts on young Yuga and young Roa being at the scene. I don't know if you caught it because they didn't see it at first. But young Roa was in the flashback.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They didn't catch it first either. I caught it when I was reacting live on Friday. But Roa was in the background when Yuga got the card.
Did not see that.
So now that you know that, you're obviously something connects these characters very deeply.
Yes.
Your thoughts on all that?
I feel like not that it was like even without knowing that, I kind of had that feeling. Given like there seems to be some connection here, like other than Roa just wanting the ownership of Rush Duels. I always felt like the way he was like manipulating and spying, and we knew he had some kind of connection, right? He knew about the glyphs, the whatever,
the ruins. Yeah, the ruins. Yeah.
I feel it's not surprising to me, but it's starting to tie everything together, and I'm excited about it. I want to see where else that can go.
Yeah, so that was something that I loved about the episode, which I touched on. I felt like there was just so much this episode did for the plot.
Right. That I agree with.
That I really, really loved. And next episode is going to be great. And again, we are going to read the episode 13 summary and cast. So if people don't want to be spoiled, I will again give another warning before we do that. It really doesn't give too much away, but we all made our predictions. Everyone picked Yuga to win. I picked draw no result. You can't change your predictions. You can't send in predictions.
Oh, what?
They're locked.
Nice.
They're locked. But I do want to hear from the great people watching this video, and I always go back and read all the comments. But we'll take a couple donations. We almost have 200 people watching. Thank you guys so much. That is amazing. Probably a record for a Sevens Up stream, so thank you. And we have a lot more discussion and speculation in regards to how this duel is going to play out and how the finale of this arc, which is in episode 13, is going to play out. While you get those donations up, we also do have breaking news. Roa Roman is going to be playing the ending theme for episode 13.
Wait, what?
So that's actually really, really cool.
I'm looking forward to
Now,
it.
we don't know if it's going to be a new song. We don't know if they're going to play the na, but Roa's voice actor will sing and Roman will play the guitar.
Dude, I like that creativity.
Me
That's
too.
So nice.
And that's something that, I can't think of a Yu-Gi-Oh! that has done that. Like, it's just, I feel like this Yu-Gi-Oh! Show does things that it feels like they almost have a little more freedom to be a little more kooky and creative than past Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows. And that unpredictability is something I really do enjoy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So Roa Roman will be performing the ending for episode 13. We don't have any news on the opening or ending changing after episode 13, so I don't think we're getting a new opening and ending.
I mean, I figured it probably would be just the same ending. They probably won't even go into the they'll just start rolling over the concert, like they'll finish up and and just play that song. I think it'd be fun.
Sky shot just going around.
Exactly.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
So we'll talk all things 13.
Before we get into donation, I did want to ask one thing because so for the most part, watching the subs that I watched, I was able to, despite some grammatical errors and some weird word translations, by context clues, was able to pretty much pick up, for the most part, what was being said. Other than the conversation between Rook and the Mad Max kid, whatever his name is, I could not make heads or tails of it.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like, I got the gist that he was calling about the card, but he was like, the translation was like, whatever you want me to do, and then Rook's reply was, yes, but we don't have time for that now. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
now is not the time for that.
It's close, yeah. So Yugioh called Rook and said, hey, is there anything that you need me to do? And Rook said, no, not right now. You're fine.
Oh, not right now, but yeah, but like the way it was like now is not the time for that or something.
Yeah,
like,
as if Yugioh suggested something.
Yeah.
No,
I was
he
like,
didn't
wait, what's
suggest
going
anything.
on?
He was going in with his Mad Max crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Because that's when he takes off his helmet. He's like, now's not the time for that. He's like, oh, okay. Like, what?
I probably thought that he said something like, do you need me to kill anyone?
Yeah.
No, now's not the time.
Yeah, basically, I was like, what just happened?
Yeah, those subs were interesting.
Okay, yeah, all right, so that makes more sense.
Definitely kooky.
It was not that much of a difference, but just that small difference changed the context.
I know, English is a hard language, man. And to anyone that did sub the episode,
oh yeah,
thank
to
you.
his credit, like I was able to watch the episode.
Yeah,
like
without any fan subbers, we wouldn't be able to understand anything.
No.
So, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully next week, Entame is does it at the same pace, which was really quick. A group that came out of nowhere, and they'll be the one that's on the site. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, we'll get into the some donations.
Yes.
Great.
Do you want to? There's a couple through the link.
You want to start with the link and then go to the super chat?
Yep, I'll start with the link.
We'll start with the link.
Link summon these donos still.
There should be first one starting with random.
Yep. Random, thank you for the $7.70 donation. I love that. Sevens, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. I don't know why I'm doing this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, let's go, baby.
Sevens.
Been a while since I caught a stream live. Sweet. Oh, that's Random, actually. Random, thank you for it. So Random was someone who donated $120. I'm pretty sure if it's the same user. I think it is. I know it's a generic username, so that's why. A week and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Random really just... Thank you, Random. You're great, man. And thank you for being here. Thank you for donating, dude. I really appreciate it. XZ's Lover 104 has donated $5. Really enjoyed episode 12. Can't wait until Friday to see Otis's intentions. We're going to get into the episode 13 summary and Otis a little later on. Thank you so much, XZ's Lover. You're the best.
KP.
Yep, KP. And Chase also donated the $1. Thank you, Chase. And Kay, thank you. Next time we'll hear Roa Kirishima say, smell you later. That was a Gary Oak thing. Yeah, Kay brought up Gary Oak reminded her of...
Very much.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
We were watching and I said the same thing.
And then one more from
Church of Flapple, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Subscribe to Dylan or repent in Appleton Hell. Also, wow, Roa using every trick in the book to get a cheap and easy win. What an a-hole. Also, screw YouTube. I can't send messages with hell, sub, repent, or mother effer. Should the Church of Flapple be using that kind of language?
Yeah, I mean, it could be different rules over
Yeah,
there.
they don't subscribe to the same. That's what Martin Luther was going for.
You're right. You're absolutely
Or
right.
it could be a thing where you could say that and then you repent later.
It's true.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, XZ's Lover is someone who gifted just an insane amount of subs to me over on Twitch not too long ago, literally on Monday. Please follow me on Twitch if you're interested in, me. It would just greatly support me, and we have a great time over there. And the way that Twitch has been building has been really humbling, really amazing. We play a lot of fun Fall Guys. We play a lot of fun games. So twitch.tv/SuperDprod. It's in the link. It's in the description, the link, and it would mean a lot to me. So XZ's Lover, thank you, man, and thank you guys. You're amazing.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, donos. Sean Gilbride donated $11.11.
Sean, these unique numbers, I love it.
Yes,
I really
and
do.
said,
Thank you, Sean.
Regularly scheduled 11/11 donation.
Nice.
Also, nothing like binge watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything videos all day today.
Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Sean.
yeah.
It's such a weird. So it really is a weird concept for me to think of. Like, because there's some YouTube channels where I'll binge watch for like 5 hours, like a bunch of different videos.
Right.
Dave Ramsey is someone, he does like financial videos that I watch 6 hours a day. And I love like binge watching him. But when people will tell me that they binge watch like my videos and that's what they do all day, like it's very hard for me to think about that. But like I have over 800 videos.
Right, so it's something you
So I
can't
guess
do.
it is possible, yeah, but like it's just, I don't know, it's very hard for me to like get a grasp on. Yeah. But Sean, thank you, man. It's a great
that's
compliment. And yeah, thank you, dude. I really appreciate it.
Next dono is from Goose.
Goose. Thank you, dude.
Donated $2 and said sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone.
Goose,
love
you're
it.
amazing, dude. Thank
You're
you.
the best.
Thank you, dude. Seriously.
A true legend.
Yeah, he is. He is. Thank you, man.
Nicholas Horton donated £5.
Thank you, Nicholas. The man from Europe. That's what I say.
So it's
always
euros.
something like that.
Is he euros?
I think he's pounds, but
Pounds,
they look very similar.
Great Britain is still in Europe.
Yeah,
The United Kingdom.
Yeah, but
But
It's
the
different
very-
currency.
It's different
They had a
currency,
whole
and I
thing
got
about
yelled,
it.
and I got yelled at once.
Yeah, whole thing about
Is it
They
squiggly or is
split
it just
away
like
from
round?
the EU kind of thing?
It's like
Yeah, but that's why
that.
they're the pound.
I know I didn't do that.
I know Nicholas is in Britain. I know.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, then it's a pound.
yeah, I know it's a pound.
Okay, it's a
But it's
pound.
Europe.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But it would
talking.
be
And then I said
euro.
it's in Europe.
But at what point did I reference the currency?
Well, she asked you when she asked you.
Right, and then I said it was a pound.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone can play that back. It's all good.
Yo, run that back.
Justice for Kate.
Yes. Hashtag.
He said, "Can't wait to see the aftermath of what this duel will be."
Yeah,
Agreed.
and it's a great. Thank you, Nicholas, for the donation. Always brings a lot of great discussion to the table. It really is a great point brought up by Nicholas because what's going to happen with Roman? What's
Right.
going to happen with Roa? What's going to happen with the Hologram Man? What's going to happen with Goha? What's going to happen with Rush Duels? What's going to happen with Yuga and his company and Seven's Road Magician? There are so many questions that are going to be answered after 13, and something to really look forward to.
Do you think it's possible that however this duel works out, let's say Roa loses, right? Do you think it's possible that if they're playing the end of episode 13, that just before it's about to start, Roa goes, "Yeah, you're not part of this anymore. Goodbye." Tells Roman to leave, and that leads to that opening scene where she's crying with her guitar because she can't do the thing she loves anymore because she just got kicked out, she can't go back to her friends because they consider her a traitor.
Yeah, so I that's a great hypothetical. But I still don't think that Roa is going to. If Roa loses, Roman was the only one that won.
Right.
So I don't think Roa has a good enough reason to launch her from the band. Unless
Other than the fact that she's sort of playing both sides.
yeah, but for Roa,
She also tried to warn them
perspective-
that it was a trap and that they shouldn't duel him.
Yeah, I guess from that
Yeah,
perspective.
he knew that too. He pointed out and he said, "It doesn't matter."
And maybe
anyway."
she doesn't want to be starved anymore.
Yeah,
But she's not really aware of that situation.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't know that happened.
I don't know. It could
No,
be.
like she doesn't even know that
No,
her cousin stole the food.
Yeah,
from
no,
her.
I know. But I'm just saying, from that point, it could be. But that's the thing. What's going to happen with Roman is one of the more interesting, because she's been a core member. That'll be one of the more interesting things to keep an eye on.
I agree.
Yeah. Nicholas, thank you for the donation, man. We're going to do a few more. Again, we'll get to all of them like we always do. Thank you guys so much. And then we are going to go into the episode 13 summary and cast. It is a doozy.
I'm excited.
I'm really pumped.
I am too. Electric Kevin donated $5
Thank you, Kevin.
Said, good morning from Australia.
Aussie
I hope
land.
everyone's safe and well, because it's like hell where I'm at.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
Yikes.
sorry to hear that, man. It's
Damn.
very cold in Australia right now.
Is it winter?
It's
Yeah.
winter.
It would be winter,
Yeah, it's
Well,
transitioning into spring.
Didn't Australia aren't they doing really bad with COVID? now?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it might
Is
be.
that
I
what
think
it's
I
it's
think
not
they
the whole
like
country, but there's parts
Damn,
of
because
it
it
that
sucks. Because I know New Zealand's not like right next door; it's like 3 hours away. But New Zealand did so
They're done.
great.
They're
They're
done.
great.
They're
Oh,
done.
man, that stinks.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that, Kevin.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean, we're in the same boat as
yeah.
you are. We're on
Yeah.
fire over here. So.
well, the States, yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky
and,
because
and in California, unfortunately, is literally
Literally
on
on
fire.
fire.
So
every summer, man.
we're having a rough time over here in the
Yeah.
United States.
But Kevin, God bless you, man. Thank you for the donation and best of luck to you, man. I hope you have a great day today. Thank you for making us a
best
part
of
of your
luck.
morning. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot morning. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Victoria, Australia is where he's at.
Is locked from the rest of
yeah,
Australia.
They're on
Oh, so
complete and
they
total
quarantined you
lockdown.
Oh
completely.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we know that
we'll,
feeling.
We'll keep you on our thoughts.
That's why we were doing those remote sevens up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Calls.
It's
We know
weird
the
to
feeling.
think that
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that earlier today because I'm like, I feel like we've been doing it like this again for so long.
Yeah.
But like, just thinking of like looking back on those
Yeah.
videos. where
We've
it's
had
just, like,
more.
boxes.
I'm almost positive we've had more shows doing that at this point than we've had back together.
Well, yeah, and then we had the
Yes.
huge hiatus
No.
too,
Yeah.
where we were
I-
just doing like the the Jackbox streams
Yeah.
Yeah.
through Discord as well.
We did that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
I do want to create the dialogue very quickly because there are some people that will comment and say, "Oh my God, why are you guys together? This is a horrible show of COVID ship or whatever."
Oh, shit.
COVID shit would work.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But I will say this: for months we did not. Well, New Jersey was on fire. We did not see each other.
No, I didn't
No.
see you.
Oh,
we were
no,
we
not
were
at
we
all.
were we were remote for 3 months.
Well,
and
we did Discord every week. Like,
Yes.
even when we were just privately like hanging out and talking,
Yeah.
because that's the
Yeah.
only thing
Yeah.
you can do.
So
We played
so
Minecraft
so
in Discord.
right. So the notion that like we haven't taken COVID seriously is completely bullshit. To be
Yeah, no,
honest.
we
Well,
haven't.
well, for
Seriously.
us, we've taken it seriously.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the 5 of us.
Oh yeah. That's
Right.
What, yeah.
Right. But
we
that's what I'm
talked about
saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about the
So they-
state or
so
the
they-
I was
country.
just
I'm
saying
talking
because
about
there's
us
a
five.
hell of a lot of people.
And the only reason we're back together is because one, we all feel comfortable about it. Two, most of us work remotely. There's 3 out of the 5 of us are not in contact with people every day, and the 2 that are wearing masks, washing their hands, being very careful
Yes.
and competent about it.
Yeah.
And New Jersey the numbers have gone down.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to hang out again. We're
Yeah.
allowed to be together.
Yep.
But for months we were separate, and if we
Yeah.
were in a state like Florida or Texas where cases have been high, we definitely are not
Well,
together.
I always
No,
think it's a
We are not
scary
together.
thing that
Yeah.
a month from now, 2 months from now, we could be right back in
we,
that same
we
situation.
might go
again.
back to remote at some point
Yeah.
if Jersey gets bad again.
That part
Absolutely.
does suck.
Yeah, but we have to just hope that won't be the case. But
Take it in stride.
yeah, take it in stride.
So just stay safe out there. guys.
Yes, please.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, stay safe, man. Stay safe. To everyone. Still living in crazy times.
Crazy times. Next dono is from Bam.
Oh, Bam is
Ryan.
back.
Donated
Roger
$5 and
Clemens.
said, "Can't stay long, but hope everyone's doing well.
Mhm.
Keep doing the great work you guys do for the community.
Aw.
Burning Gundam, best Gundam. # best girl Tifa."
All
There
right.
it is.
Bam,
Bam.
thank you,
Bam.
man.
How are you,
No,
man?
I
Girl
just remember when
Tifa.
him and Matt would get in the Gundam wars on
Oh
my
my
on
God.
my
Well, he's
chat.
another celebrity. He only has to come a little bit every now and again.
I know.
Everyone knows
You
who
know,
Bam is.
They both have reached legend status on my channel. There's a lot of people who've reached legend status
Oh my
on my
God.
channel that they just have free passes to just do whatever the hell they want.
That's dangerous.
That is a dangerous comment.
I'm in danger.
But yeah,
Thank
best
you,
girl
Bam.
Tifa, Yes.
And I hope the gym's treating you well, man. Thank you, dude. He's a big gym guy.
Gyms,
Yeah.
they announced today, opening up next
September
month.
1st.
In Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
25%
25%.
capacity.
Yeah.
Max.
Oh.
That means I'm back.
Yeah.
I can
counts.
start working out
You
again.
want to go, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard the hesitation.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to go. I'm embarrassing to his kind of gym physique.
What?
Next time, though. We'll take 2 more, and then we're going to read the episode 13 summary. We're going to make fresh, new predictions based on that summary. They'll be hearing it for the first time.
Yep.
So we're going to get their reaction right out of the gas burner, and it's going to be a good time.
Before we do the next
Excuse
donation,
me?
about 10 people have asked me how Fifi is.
Oh,
Thanks to
how
you,
is Fifi?
thanks to you on your Twitch stream. the
Were
other
you
day.
with LaRue the other night?
So I just want to let you guys know,
Miss
Fifi's
Lou.
doing great.
Good.
She
Calvin's
doesn't
girlfriend.
exist, but she's definitely doing well. So
Right.
we'll just leave it at that.
She doesn't exist.
Next dono is from Neos Gundam, Matthew Kennedy.
Oh,
$5. Oh, yeah.
Matt,
We
thank
already
you.
We already read it.
He came back.
Oh, wow.
With his
Yeah.
Everyone Watch Gundam
He came
Firewall
back.
Orphans.
He
Yes.
stormed back. I
Oh,
love
yes.
it.
God.
He said, "How's everyone doing? Everyone
Great.
excited for the next episode? Really excited for more Roa fiends."
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's the one thing about this duel. We have not seen Roa's Ace Monster yet.
Nope.
That heavy metal fiend or whatever
That's
it's
gonna
called.
be sick.
That'll be that.
When he said fiend type of cards that he had, I pointed that out. Like I was like, wow, you don't see that
I think it's
like
the
that often.
I think it's the first rival that has a fiend deck. Yeah, because I mean,
you don't see many
Sedodin-
people like that.
yeah, I think it's the first fiend deck for a rival. So that's really cool. Listen, Matt, a lot of people are in the boat. I know us 5R. We're very excited to see Roa. We're pumped for the next. I wasn't even sure, Matt, if you were watching Sevens, to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
sure if
know,
you were
yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
So I'm happy you're watching, Matt. I'm happy you enjoyed the episode. That's really, really cool to hear. And I hope you're having a great time, man. I hope to see you soon. Good luck with everything, dude. Thank you for the dono.
brother.
We'll take 2 more,
Three more.
3 more.
Wow, we just
Okay.
steamrolled you.
3 more, and
look
then we'll do the
Kate gave
13
you, that
summary.
was just like-
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
How many more
okay.
are we doing? Please just tell me. Bam donated $2 again.
Damn.
Said hi everyone in the chat. Too many to say individually.
Oh.
No,
that's
Bam is a
nice.
nice guy. Bam, we love you. The chat loves you. Thank you very
Thanks
much,
for
man.
coming by, buddy.
Hope to see you soon.
This
Yeah.
should be the last one.
Yeah, I was gonna skip to that one. For
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're that guy. You're that supervisor that we all hate when you
Yeah,
come
you're a
around.
backseat driver.
What do you have cooking?
Well, it's
Nothing,
so one more. Ice Aiden donated $2.
Thank you, Ice Aiden.
Said, "What are your thoughts on Roa so far?"
I feel like we've kind of covered that.
Collectively, I feel like we all really like him.
I love
Yeah.
him.
I really enjoy him. As
He's smart, cruel, narcissistic. I mean, like, what else? Charismatic. Like,
Yeah.
he's the
I
perfect.
like
somebody to
that
idolize.
He
Yeah.
isn't.
Someone, exactly.
He isn't easily shaken.
No.
So like when things came up that he wasn't sure about
just
with
smirks it
Yuga, it doesn't matter. And I think Yuga did a great job in this of equally matching that.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
this duel and their confrontation where he was very serious, he stood his ground, everything. And so that was really a cool relationship that I didn't expect between our protagonist and our rival.
Well,
here.
even when the Goha executive rushes the stage, he wasn't
he's
flustered.
in control.
And the Goha executive was challenging his ruling.
Mhm.
He was calm. He
Yeah.
didn't care.
He read the rule book. He knows what's in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rule number 66, Article 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about that.
We were
earlier.
talking about that,
Yeah.
the devil symbolism.
Yeah,
The
Yes.
only lines that Mr. Goa has said so far.
Yeah.
666.
666.
He's like,
Ha
whoa.
ha ha.
Huh.
I mean, he's the devil
He's
himself.
the devil himself.
He's
Well, he kind of
darkness
has
from
with
GX.
the helmet. It's kind of the horns
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
There's a little
he's
bit.
a creepy guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a really creepy guy.
One more thing I do want to say about Roa, and that's I don't think we see very much in like rival like characters like him, is like his sort of how nonchalant he can be.
Mhm.
Where it's like when Roman finally eats for the first time and she's back, like he just like laughs it off, like, oh, she's back, like I guess
Yeah.
she's back to normal.
Right,
It's
he
like-
wasn't mad about it.
He wasn't mad
or-
about it. He just like kind of laughed off. He's like, gave like a little sigh, and that was it. And then,
Yeah.
and then he moved on. And then
I mean,
same when-
he's like, I feel like he's a borderline like sociopath.
yeah, absolutely.
Honestly.
And like,
Like-
when Mimi storms the stage, like not only was he not flustered, he was like, yeah, what, you want a signature? Like, it's like, yeah, and a selfie too. It's like,
was
what?
great.
He poses for the selfie.
Yeah.
Like you can tell he's taking
Well,
selfies.
she has the fan
Yeah.
that has
His
Roma's
face on
face on it.
Very
Huh.
weird, by the way.
Yeah, very weird.
For the Roman thing from last episode, though, he's okay with it because he's done with what he needs her to do at that point. She
Well,
already
yeah,
won.
that's true.
Right.
That's
So
true,
he's like,
yeah.
oh, whatever.
But like, even I think that's just part of his attitude. Like, he really does not care.
he
No.
kind of
No.
takes it as it goes, right? He just
Exactly.
rolls with the punches. Kind of.
Yep. That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Exciting. All right, 13 summary or one or two more.
No,
One more.
Okay.
Anonymous is here.
Oh
Wow.
boy. Anonymous,
Yeah.
it's great. Oh my god.
Yeah, donated $20.
Okay, thank you, Anonymous. Thank you so much. That is very,
She's the
very
best.
sweet. Yeah, amazing.
Love Anonymous.
Said hi Dylan, Kate, Calibro, and Pete, and now Nick T. This is before
That's
you
okay.
came.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Been home not feeling well, but slowly getting better, and this helps. I like your review, and the episode was good about the history of the Sevens Road Magician. Long live Yu-Gi-Oh!
Long live
Hell yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Anonymous, and you, again, are a big part of allowing me to do what I love to do, and every time you come by, even if you choose not to donate, I'm just super thankful for everything you've done for me. Thank you for the donation. It is a very nice donation. And you are the best. It's a great comment too. I think that I'm glad you liked the review. First of all, that's not why I'm saying the comment was, was great.
And that comment about my review.
That was a
That was
great
the best
comment.
comment.
Yeah, thank you. And also, not that you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
at least
very,
feel better
very
as well.
soon. I know you have a
recover.
job where you're with the public, so I hope it's not.
COVID related.
God forbid. But I hope I'm glad you're starting to feel better. I'm glad we can distract you from that, bring you some entertainment tonight. Always the goal for these streams.
Oh, yeah.
Great point. I mean, it was a very good episode in regards of the plot.
Yeah.
The history of Sevens Road Magician. The history of Ace Monsters is usually important with
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh! We saw Dark Magician, Stardust Dragon, Neos. I mean, all of these aces have very important meanings to the growth of the character and to the plot overall. And the fact that the Hologram Man created Sevens Road Magician and created the first Rush Duel card before Rush Duels was even a thing is really, really interesting.
Yeah, which it really sets us up, and like even though yes I was critical on the episode, like it has made me really excited for what's to come.
Me too.
It's like how does this tie in? How could there possibly been a Rush Duel card before Rush Duels? So
I've never been more excited for an episode than I am for this Friday's episode.
really?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean this is the end of the duel. It's the end of the arc. We have a new ending.
Oh, for the show though.
You mean
For sevens, for sevens,
doing
for
that.
Yeah,
sevens.
like ever
For
Like,
sevens. No, I always keep it in the scope of sevens without
Okay.
saying it. For
Okay.
sevens.
Okay.
For sevens.
Yeah.
This is the
Then-
most excited I've been for a sevens
Yeah.
episode.
Then I agree. Yeah.
And I felt that way going into 12 as well. You okay?
Where's the charger for the laptop?
Oh, why is it dying?
Yeah.
It's all the way in my bedroom.
We have to make the journey. Yeah.
You can
I
make
got
the
it.
journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kate. See you
I
next week.
did like too that part of him getting the Sevens Road Magician from Hologram Man
Mm-hmm.
was he got the chant as well. So that was
Yeah.
also added
Right,
into
right, he
why
got
he
the
does
chant.
what he does.
So really, the
Oh, yeah.
hologram man, I mean, is an idol for you.
and is also
Yes.
in some way built Yuga's persona as a duelist. If you
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
it.
The positivity.
He's just
cutting through
inspiration.
anything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's the
So
whole mentality. It's what led him to do what he did. Which,
Yeah.
I don't know, just it makes you think that when he went down there and saw the hologram man and he dueled him, it had to be, I hope we get like a flashback of him dueling, but instead this time we get the monologue of what he's thinking of.
Yeah, like, 'cause
like,
there must be
holy
some kind
crap,
of
like,
recognition,
it's
yeah.
this guy like that led me here.
yeah, and it's almost like he knew exactly what he had to do when he saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have to install.
I wonder
these
if that
rush
guy
tools.
is dead. Is he gonna come back at some point? I wonder how that's gonna play out.
So
I mean, I didn't expect to ever see him again. So I'm.
that's so like there were so many
That's what I
people,
said,
including
yeah.
myself, that were thinking, oh, you know what? They just use this character who resembles Seto Kaiba
It's
a
the
little
hologram,
bit,
yeah.
and he's got the Blue Eyes White Dragon. They used him for the nostalgic bait. That's all they did in the first episode. Blue Eyes White Dragon, a character that kind of talks and sounds like Seto Kaiba, looks like Kaiba Man from GX, who's a character that's based off of Seto. It's obviously, you know, what they just did it for nostalgia.
It's an homage.
It's an homage, yeah. They just did it to try and bring in the old fans while
Right.
appealing to new fans. And then you get to this episode and you're like, oh shit. No, he's actually a very important character to this story.
Right. Yeah.
That caught me off guard.
That very much caught me off
Definitely.
guard.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what's this guy? I didn't even realize he would be a physically manifest like
that's
a real
what
person.
a lot of people were saying. That a lot of people were stunned that he was a physical human being,
Yeah.
let alone a character that's going to be so important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could really take this show dark, man. You know, like
God,
you
where you
could,
going
you
with
could.
this?
I mean, he clearly was not liked by Goha, right? They pulled
Yeah.
him off stage. They could have done something to him, and that he knew was going to happen. So he left all these clues for the kid that he gave the card to eventually discover what he was trying to do, which was create a new road.
Do you want to know a big duel that's going to happen in the future? I'm calling it right now.
Oh, I'm ready.
Hologram Man versus Mr. Goha.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
gotta happen.
It's gotta
That's
happen.
gotta
if
happen,
he's
dude.
still there.
That's gotta happen. Mr. Goha uses Dark Magician.
It's the big good versus evil.
It's
thing,
Yugi
yeah.
versus... Yeah, it's gotta happen.
Sorry.
So anyway, to all of you who have donated so far, and to everyone who has just been hanging out and watching, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We are going to get to all your donations as we always do. We are going to talk about the episode 13 summary. You guys are going to react to it right
Yes,
off the bat.
Right off the bat.
And To anyone that does not want to know this summary, I advise you to leave. Only because you'll get spoiled. But it's, again, the spoilers are so minor, it really doesn't... It just hypes up the episode for me. Okay. Episode 13 is titled Another King.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yuga drew Sevens Road Magician. But just when he thought he was going to lose because of an illegal card,
Right.
Otis emerged from the ground. How did Yuga obtain Sevens Road? And just who is Otis?
That was my question.
And Otis has the same VA as Hologram Man.
All right, so Otis. Okay, so that's,
Otis
you're
is
gonna
Hologram Man. You weren't here when I said this earlier. There is a way to spell Otis. O-T-E-S. Do that backwards.
Right?
You can't make this up. I'm not making this
He's
up.
out of his mind.
I'm just telling you the facts.
That's not. There's no other way to spell Otis than O-T-I-S.
Check the facts.
Check the forums, bro. Listen, I'm not creating any theories out of thin air. I'm relaying the news that I have heard from the great people in this community to you, and I'm just letting you put two and two together. I didn't even tell you what it was backwards. You came to the
You
conclusion.
asked me. I wouldn't have. You asked me what it was.
Also, I want you guys to know that all of those cards are just giant rats. I mean, it seems like they're dueling. They're not.
We were not dueling.
They just have giant rats in their hand.
What do you mean? We've just been sitting here.
So
I just
Otis,
see my hand.
Otis is going to emerge from the stage in this duel.
I fold.
Is he someone that's supernatural? I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That summary is pretty
Wait,
nuts.
he emerges from the ground.
Suddenly, Otis emerges from the ground. How did Yuga obtain Sevens Road, and who is Otis?
Well, I do figure that given the stage, right? This is a concert. They probably have a stage rig where there's an area underneath.
Yeah.
It gets hydraulically lifted up. But why? Where did he even come from?
Right.
Yeah.
Where's he been all these years?
Why is he there?
Why
at
is
the
he
Rowan
there?
concert? Like,
Yeah.
Well, also, he's not on Team Roa, because he's going to be the one that, I guess, lets Sevens Road Magician live.
Right. He's like, no, it's a real card.
But why is his opinion on that so important? If he
Right.
was the one who was found to be a fraudulent user by
he's
Goha.
number 5 in the hexagon.
So, like, there's just...
He honestly could be part of the 7, one of those hieroglyph things. He could have one of those cards.
He could. It could be a Blue Eyes. Yeah.
That could be one of the cards. We
could be.
already know he has it.
Yeah. But he's just going to be very, very, very important to the show.
Of course.
Oh, Joe.
And, yeah.
In the translation, in the thing, how was Otis actually spelled in the summary?
So, DMC, who does the translations, he spelt it O-T-I-S.
Okay.
That's how you spell
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you spell it.
No, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, of course.
Latrell said my $100 back on the line again.
Yeah, that's right. Latrell said if it was actually Seto Kaiba, he'd give me $100.
Wow.
So Latrell's starting to get nervous. He was like, oh god, I thought this character was over.
Latrell's sweating.
I'll read you the cast list. Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Kaizo, Roa Roman, Geta Taira, which is the guitarist,
Yeah.
Mimi, Subordinate, Otis, Menzabura, the ramen kid, Sushiko, his girlfriend, Ron's Rinosuke, Gakuto's people, Yoshio, Khan, the Dino Kid, Kaseki, Hanto, and Bakuro.
So like literally everybody.
So everyone's in it
Except for
again.
the bassist.
Yeah, that was one great line. in this.
Wait, you said guitar player?
Yeah, Geta Taira is the guitar player.
Isn't
But Roman isn't the guitar
Geta
player.
Taira's the drummer, I'm sorry.
okay.
Geta Taira's the
But
the
drummer.
way you
not the
pronounce it? I was like, it
bassist.
does sound like guitar.
It does.
Wait. Since when is the ramen kid dating the sushi wife?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just classmates, I think.
Oh, that never was confirmed?
No.
I don't
No,
think so.
you did the wrong stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right. In all fairness, that actually could have been like
By the
a
way,
product of bad subbing.
that third guy in the ramen shop,
Yeah.
referred to Yuga as Yuga-kun.
Yeah.
And they've never they've never talked.
No.
Yeah.
And
I
that's-
guess he kind of joined in with everybody else because a couple other people did it, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just call him that. We're close."
But that's just
no,
the funniest thing.
yeah.
They've never talked.
They've never met.
We
And
didn't
also
even know who
somehow
he...
that guy's in middle school, but he looks like a 35-year-old man.
Well, it fits in with the theme of the show. Look at Mimi.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that's true. That's true. And all right, I can't let it go. Mimi's a 37-year-old woman
Yeah.
fangirling over like a 12-year-old
She's
boy.
attracted to Roa.
I
So
don't
call
like
the
it.
FBI.
So Arc 5 did that too.
I don't like it.
Probably someone you have pretty high on your top 10 moms list. Yoko. Yuya's mom.
Oh,
Bring it back.
no!
Yeah, Yuya's mom was very into like a 14-year-old who was dueling. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Michio.
No.
I did like.
So that's something that I'm just used to.
Come
like-
on, dude.
Yeah, it's just our
She was number
five was a mess.
I like that little joke that they had though in this episode where it was about Roa winning the popularity contest and Roman got number 2, and then the drummer and Yugioh or whatever, the bassist, got 0 votes, and they zoomed in on him
Yeah.
and just how depressed he was. So he went right back from being like, everyone, people know who he is now, to irrelevant.
I
Yeah.
know, she don't.
Why can't I find it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I was kind of disappointed that they didn't do that look behind joke when he
I
said his
know.
name. I was
Yeah,
like,
what the heck?
I wanted them to do it again. That
Yeah.
was so funny.
So, also, someone we didn't talk about in this episode was Rook. Rook really led the charge of like supporting Yuga
did.
and
Yeah.
being
He
a
did.
good friend. Good episode for Rook.
Also
Yes.
yelled at Roman for being a traitor, just outright
Yeah.
said it to her
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
she
it's
just
like,
told him to shut up.
whoa.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
good.
the tensions were high.
So based on that summary, just to quickly go around the table, your new or your final prediction. It doesn't change your pick'em prediction. Your final prediction on the result of this duel.
It's still a Yuga win.
It's still you go in.
Yep, still in the same boat.
Okay.
What about
I actually
you?
feel more confident about
Right,
it.
Would
you,
you
buddy?
change it?
What about you?
I think Yuga will probably win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think knowing the summary where it says he thought he lost the duel until
I will say
that just shows that one, the duel continues,
I will say this.
and I think that because of that continuation, it's that like momentum, that second wind brings him back and he wins.
I will say
Yeah.
this. Roa has to be in a pretty good mood if he is doing a live performance of the ending. And we have not seen Roa's Ace Monster yet, which will definitely be used in 13. This duel is, just because Yuga gets Seven's Road Magician, this duel is far from over.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Roa, everything he does is calculated, right? That's the impression we're getting in the moment. I feel like he has even a plan that if he loses, he obtained what information he wanted, and that's why he's happy. It's like, I got the piece that I needed. Maybe he needed to push Yuga to a certain degree of dueling to figure out something about him and go, huh, I'll use that later.
Could totally say it.
Kind of the Bowman tactic of where he dueled Playmaker 3 or 4 times
Yeah,
because he
to know his
needed to
skills.
see, like, remember how he said like he basically had a draw happen instead of winning because he wanted to see how far Playmaker could go.
Mm-hmm.
So like something in that sense where it's like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
that
I
was when they were
probably
on the top of the statues,
yeah,
right?
like, oh, I probably could have ended that, but I got what I needed even though I lost.
Yeah.
Can we just, going forward, refer to Otis as Otis Cunningham, the one in the show?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
And I want Otis to come by. Is Otis here?
Otis
Damn,
said
Otis
he
is here.
is Seto Kaiba, so
Yeah.
Because that would have been great if
Confirmed.
Otis wasn't here. He came by another stream and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Yeah, that's got to be pretty cool though for Otis. Like I've never wanted a Yu-Gi-Oh character to be named Dylan. Like it would just be weird.
It'd be weird.
I've never
Right.
seen Cal in like I
Yeah.
Well, that's the last name, bro.
mean,
That's also, I feel
it's
like
what
a
everybody
lot of our
calls me,
names
though.
are not going to be able to get in there in a Yu-Gi-Oh
It's too-
anime.
too
it's
American,
it's a
too
shonen.
Western.
Well, yeah. Why are they going to have a Western American name in there?
Too Western, yeah. Nico, I don't think I've ever seen Nick.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Brian Ford said Dylan is too boring of a name.
Coming from a Brian.
I love that Colin said Dylan would be a dub name. That's what you would
Dylan
get.
would
You would
be a
get
dub
the dub
You'd get the
name
dub
that nobody
name, yeah.
liked.
You're right.
Wait, wasn't Cal a dub name?
No, Lucas Swank was a dub name.
Excuse me?
They changed
Sorry, what?
his name in the sub was Gallagher, and they changed him in the dub to Lucas Swank.
Why?
Why?
I
Don't ask
still,
me, I'm not
it's
part of
still
the
the
team.
one thing that
Gallagher's also an English name.
Of course.
Yeah.
and the brains dub too. Like
Some would argue there was no reason to change
you
it.
had it as revolver, right? You had it as
Yeah.
a revolver. That's a word that's
Yeah,
used
but
in
it's a
English
gun
language.
reference.
But still, it's like, and us
But
of
it's
all
also-
people, we have a problem with guns over here. So you need to be called Varus.
They changed go to gore. What?
In the
Yeah, I
dub,
like that.
Kusanagi's name is Cal Coulter.
You're right, but it's
Wow.
spelled with a K. But you're
No,
right.
it's not. CAL and then KOULTR.
Fact check that for me.
I'm reading the chat and I'm gonna believe it. I don't want to fact check it.
I don't
Just,
want to know the
um,
You
truth.
do it.
Running from the truth.
Cal Coulter.
I mean, I might be wrong. No, I'm right.
No, look, the one right below it.
Well, this one on Wikipedia says Cal
What
Coulter,
are the ones What
AL.
below it
Whoa,
say?
whoa. That
One
was
below
a-
it says Cow Coulter, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh
that's
fandom.
intense.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh Wiki.
Yeah,
So
that
what-
one says with a K too.
Well, that has to do with a swimming
I'm
coach
going
from
with a C.
Indiana.
I don't-
It looks like
Clip that.
it looks like
Is it actually a swimming coach from Indiana?
yeah. Listen, there's
Check out Cal Coulter's high school sports
Oh,
time.
Jesus.
While playing tennis and swimming.
listen.
Could be me.
Could be you.
I guess there
Because
is
I can't
a way to spell. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
But yeah,
I
you
just
do
wanted
have-
to fight
you do have
But I don't.
Someone
It's
in the
50-50. So.
I just want to say I consulted the list, and I'm not going to confirm if she's on the top 10 or where she is in the top 10. But I know I have to reconsider.
No. You can't, bro.
number one.
Well, the mom in the manga was Yuzu. Was the love interest of the protagonist.
Yeah,
her
that
son.
was that whole, yeah.
Yeah, she's not. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't count it.
Stop looking at it like that.
When
she a
Dylan
mom
makes
now?
that face, you know.
Are you putting Mimi on your list now, right?
No,
Okay.
But she's a mom.
she is a mom. I think someone asked me this question before actually, and regardless of whether yes, she is a mom, she's not making the list. Simply for the fact that it's bait.
I mean, that looks pretty...
That might be definitive.
It's like yes, she's legal, and it's like it's real. She's an adult woman, but she looks like a child, so
And
she
she's
would not
acting like a child.
exactly. She would not have made the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't put her on mine either. So I respect.
I agree with Pink. I think it's a CAL, but we don't have to debate that.
You know.
I don't have a list. We can
Speaking of the list, though, we do have to do the video soon.
Yeah, please do the video.
I already made the list. I made it easy for everyone to make a list.
Friday night.
Alright.
Interesting.
Oh la la.
I have the whole
Am I
document
invited?
set up.
Oh la
You're
la.
invited.
Thanks, Cal.
I have a whole document.
But you have to make a list.
All right, let's finish the donos.
Yeah, I'm
tonight.
sorry. I apologize.
You guys are all amazing, and yeah, I think episode 13 again next week. Legendary Duels, I believe, is coming on.
Alright.
So it'll be our
Let's
first
go.
guest for Sevens Up. It'll celebrate the end of the birth of the Rush Duel arc, the first arc,
Is
and
that confirmed?
pretty much confirmed because the first DVD is episodes 1 to 13, so pretty much confirmed.
All right.
And this does just feel like it's the end of an
It
arc,
does,
and
it
that
does.
14 will go into.
So it's like a next 5-week hiatus. And it'll
Yeah,
come back to
exactly.
Don't say that.
For real. There are two.
Okay, I'll pull them up
Link donos.
at the end.
Pull them up. Put your hands in the
Actually,
air.
I'll pull them up now.
Thank you.
Davis Enos, we need silver access for the top 10 MILFs video.
Yes.
Yes.
You do.
Rock Surge 07, thank you so much for the donation via the link in the description. I appreciate it. Did anyone notice the hologram man's laugh is similar to Mr. Goha? I mean, listen, Rock,
There
thank
could
you
be
for the
a
donation.
parallel there.
That is why you have to have them duel.
Stop it.
Because of the laugh.
Right, exactly. What are you laughing
Cards.
The whole duel, just them drawing and laughing. And
There's no dialogue. It's
Draw,
just
laugh,
that.
play card. Draw, laugh,
And then we
play
use the
card.
other characters to explain what's going on.
And every other turn, Mr. Goha under his breath just goes 666 666.
I
This
don't-
This
That'd be
really
terrifying.
creepy exorcist music
Right.
starts playing.
Jesus Christ. To bounce off, even though it's totally to bounce off what you said about like no other dialogue happening. That's part of why I didn't love 13 is because Yuga's dialogue in
12.
present day
12.
in 12, excuse me. He barely said anything while everyone was explaining.
Well,
things
but
around
that
it. He was like
I
frozen.
I found that
I
to be
like
really
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
it's interesting, but, like, no
he
word-
always talks.
Oh, does
Also,
always talk.
He's
Yuga's
hiding
reaction.
something, baby.
He is hiding something. I do believe that because Yuga's reaction when it gets revealed that this is an illegal card, he's just smiling.
Yeah, he is just. smiling.
Kaizo's throwing abuse at him. Roa's throwing abuse at him.
Can we just say fuck Kaizo? I was team Kaizo for a while.
Cancel Kaizo.
Cancel Kaizo. What the hell is that?
I was saying it throughout it. I was like, come on, like he is literally the biggest sip on the show.
Yeah.
Roman is not even dueling, and he's for Rowan now. He
Yeah.
just completely traded
Yeah.
off our team.
What the hell was that?
That was great.
I know.
No, I'm on board with
What did
that.
he say? He said using an illegal card is one of the most dishonorable and scummy ways to participate in a duel.
Yeah, he's thrown all our people. I mean, Yuga made him, and he doesn't even care.
But to me, that's what's hilarious about it.
Oh, it's so
And every
funny.
single time he's behind him and he's calling out the cards like, oh, he didn't draw it yet. He didn't draw it
Yeah,
yet.
it's like if you're playing
Thank
poker
you.
and there's someone over your shoulder and you're reading out what's in your hand.
Yeah.
Like, shut up,
He's
man.
like, oh, he's got a 7-2 offsuit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
thanks.
I know. I
He's
mean,
got pocket aces.
pocket the dudes.
Pocket menus.
Pockets.
Oh, hashtag cancel Kaiser.
Cancel Kaizo. Let's get it going.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, it's going.
Oh man, that was funny, dude.
There
Yeah,
we go.
Kaizo. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's my favorite part about it, though. Yuga at any point can just turn him off,
Yeah.
or like shut him down,
can
or
reset
do
him.
something, reset him.
He's just
And we're
like-
coming off a show where Yusaku Fujiki made Robapi, who before the final season was this great subordinate that like respected Yusaku and loved Yusaku and called him master, and then you go from that to this is Kaizo,
Yeah, right.
and it's
It's
just
the total opposite. The worst.
It's like you can't control him. He just says anything.
Do you remember when he went into the ramen shop? Like the competitor's ramen shop, and he took all the selfies with like the girls,
So good.
and he was just talking about how great of a time it was, and how the shop that they're in now
It's
is
terrible.
He always is undercutting us in every turn.
Can't Rook technically just destroy Kaizo by touching
Yeah,
him?
Well,
yeah.
we
he
haven't
can.
revisited that in a while.
No, it's been a while. His
Yeah.
power.
They'll
That was,
definitely
like,
get
in the
back to
first,
it.
like, couple episodes,
Yeah.
and it hasn't come
This show doesn't scream to me lost plot lines
No,
at the
not,
moment.
yeah, not yet.
So they'll touch on that again. It could just be a minor thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rock, thank you for the Streamlabs
yes,
donation.
thank you.
D Flood DDDS
VS.
VSV D Flood VSV. Thank you, man. That's a long username. Thank you for the donation. Hey, Dylan, I just saw a panel of Weird Alabama ending in the Arc 5 manga, and I am disturbed out of my mind. Anyways, love your channel, and remember that Epstein didn't kill himself.
What kind of donation?
Is this me?
Nick, did you just donate?
Did I donate? Is this?
I think that's the first donation I've ever gotten with an Epstein meme.
Yeah,
Hey, it's not a meme. It's true.
D Flood, thank you so much for the donation. I seriously appreciate it. Yeah, the Arc 5 manga ending. Listen, it was strange. I know they've done it in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh God! Don't
so-
even start on that.
So like I get it, but at the same time, still weird.
Yeah. I
Still
don't know if it's like a cultural thing, but I was watching SAO, Sword Art Online, and there's like a short incest arc, as they call it. It gets weird.
As they call it.
as
Yeah,
the
it's
fandom
incest.
calls it.
Oh.
Yeah, not they don't say like, hey, this
Now
is
SAO has a lot of
tentacle porn. Yeah.
I was gonna say
It does.
I don't want to
Go
say
ahead,
the
Tom.
word, but scenes with unconsensual.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's a
bunch
weird
of
show.
It's a good
show, though.
It gets it's a really good show. Gets a little weird.
It
We
gets a
call
little
those
weird.
no-nos.
It gets a little
Yeah.
weird.
No,
It's a
no.
little weird.
I don't think I would ever
The
want to
tentacle
watch
thing
it.
is unrelated to the incest.
The tentacle. Yeah, I'm not talking about the tentacle thing. Okay, you seem to be fixated on tentacles.
Not me.
I'm just saying I don't think I would ever want to watch a show where that is like a core concept. of
It's
it.
Oh, it's not
not
a
a
core
core
porn.
concept.
Okay, come on.
Hold on,
really isn't.
I've heard that there is a scene like that in almost every single season.
No.
Not
a tentacle scene.
I'm only like
the
in the beginning
unconsensual.
of the second one. I don't know.
I've
maybe.
seen one of the scenes.
Yeah,
It was very.
I've seen two of them.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't want to.
The jury's still
One
out.
with the one with
Like
the berries.
Psychopaths does a lot of like really dark shit, but like there's just a difference. I don't know.
There's a degree. You know,
Yeah.
that you don't want to cross.
Yeah, for me personally, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
My point being is that I don't know. It's just like these things appear in some media, whether it's anime or manga. I don't know why. You know, it's like, hey, she's actually his mom from the future, and they're actually cousins, but like I don't know.
Keep talking.
I'm not the one writing these things. I don't know if it's a cultural
But
thing.
you are the one watching and enjoying them.
Well, that's with that. It's like it comes up later on, and you're just like, oh.
You're enjoying before the fact.
Exactly. I'm
Right,
like,
you
well,
want-
I'm already really invested in this show.
Arc
so I
5
think-
manga ended after Arc 5 anime.
Yeah.
So you already watched that whole show having one mindset, and then you read that and like, Okay,
Wow.
like what is
Yeah.
this?
What the
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I prefer the ending in the manga. Still.
Yeah,
The
even
anime ending
with
was
that,
just Yeah,
weird,
even with that.
yeah.
Even with that.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying, oh, and that's something you're watching and enjoying, and you just told me that you prefer the incest ending to the way
The incest implications. First of all, there was no incest. That's the big difference. Yuya and Yuzu never actually did anything besides a quick grab in one of the panels.
So they grope each other. Okay.
Well, he groped her. It was just
Consensually?
Well, it was more of an accident. Your typical anime. Whoa. Listen.
I concede my time.
Listen. No. Really, don't concede your time. That's a very minor point of that manga ending, and I didn't think it was a good ending to the manga.
You just enjoyed it more.
Yeah, the anime ending was. I didn't. So don't use the term enjoyed it more. I didn't enjoy either of the endings. It's just the anime ending hurt in a much more painful kind of way to me.
Okay, that's it.
I'm with you, Blue Maiden.
Next dono.
Next.
dono.
Next.
Legendary
Not fun.
Duels is here, donated
yes.
$5.
Thank you, Legendary.
Said, great episode, great comedy, amazing music, very intense and intriguing backstory. Can't wait for next week to chill with you guys.
Oh, yeah, looking forward to
Legendary, the first 7's Up guest. If you are interested in appearing on the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up panel, let me know. I don't know why I did that.
Fill
Yeah,
out-
like that means there would be something
Yeah.
there, like an
They just-
email.
nothing's
or something.
appearing.
They have to
Just
fill out the waiver.
Reach out, let
and-
me know. Legendary Duels, we're happy to have you next week,
Yes,
bro. We'll
cannot
see you
wait.
on Wednesday night. And I hope you guys, all of you watching right now, will be here Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for the donation, Legendary.
Otis Cunningham donated $5.
Oh, it's Kaiba. How you doing, man?
Said, loved the episode. Goha is Satan confirmed.
Yes.
And I got some art coming your way, Dill.
What?
What?
Look at
What?
that.
Oh.
Oh, that's...
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what Otis means, but I will keep an eye out for that, Otis.
Is
Thank
Otis
you.
an artist?
I don't know if Otis is an artist.
Now I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, Otis, thank you, man. I'm excited to see what that brings, and thank you so much for the donation. You're great. I hope the days at Universal are going well.
We could have been seeing
Oh,
that
yes.
man next month.
Yeah, we could have
I
been seeing
know.
you next month. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
2020, man.
Dumpster fire.
21.
Neos Gundam donated $3.
Here we
Thank
go.
you, Matthew.
Said, when are we getting card games in Gundam?
Well, listen. So I'm gonna be honest. Sevens has done everything in a very coherent way so far. I have no reason to believe that the dream Yuga had in the very beginning of this show, where him, Roman, Gakuto, and Rook are all controlling this giant mechanical
It can't
robot.
Be nothing.
It can't be nothing. I know a lot
Especially
of people.
that it's in the opening.
Yeah, it's
Printing
also
out
in the
picture.
opening. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, Dylan, it's just an opening visual. It's not going to mean anything down the road." I disagree. I think that these massive Gundams are going to be dueling at some point. I don't think it's going to happen for a while. I don't think it's going to happen until the second half of the show. But I think it will happen where you have teams of 4, and that's where they're building these characters up and expanding these characters. Now we have 3 characters that would be on Team Ramen that could
Right.
take over a Gundam. I think you're going to have a massive Gundam tournament at some point, and I think it's
That
going
would
to be
be
amazing.
Wild.
That'd
Yeah.
be so sick.
But Sevens is a
Yeah, because
wild
they
show,
are
man.
building up groups of characters.
Yeah.
Because we have the food,
Yeah.
the sort of the food
The food
group,
group.
The newspaper
the
group.
newspaper group, the
dinosaur
The
group
dino,
of
yes.
3.
the Dino Boy.
Yeah, it seems like all those people are missing one though. They all have.
Well,
like,
maybe
3.
it'll be 3s instead
Yeah.
of... Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find
The
yeah.
band.
Yeah,
Minus
the bands.
Roman. That's
Yeah.
3.
That's their
It's
yeah.
true.
I don't know. So, they're building something there.
Yeah, but if it's I'm curious if it's 3s, that means one of our main cast can't be in.
Yeah, you're right.
But then
Right.
if it's 4s, that means like is Roman in the band or is Roman in our cast? I don't know.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah. But I think it's
I
gonna
see
have
what
a
you're
role.
saying though. I like that though because we are building up groups of people.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah.
can't wait for the one that has Roman, Kaizo, and Mimi in it.
Why
Kaizo will lose it. I don't think he can handle that.
Oh, yeah. He would
He's too much of a simp. He can't handle
Well,
that.
that's who he would choose to be on his team.
Oh yeah, he definitely would. Maybe Roa too. Seems a big Roa fan all of a
F.
sudden.
Kaizo.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Cancel Kaizo.
Cancel Kaizo.
Thank you
Kaizo
for the donation,
gotta go.
Matthew.
Nice.
Kaizo's
Yes.
gotta go.
Next dono is from Keith Shaw.
Oh,
$35.
Keith. Yeah, Latrell.
Luttrell's
Yeah,
cousin.
yeah,
It's his
Keith.
cousin.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
What's up?
Said not at all caught up yet. I just wanted to show support.
Oh.
Go
Wow,
binge
dude,
real
Keith.
quick and come back.
Dude,
Dang,
binge,
yes.
Keith. Honestly, it was a really fun time, man, and the rush dueling is a pretty easy style to get into.
That's
So,
bad, yeah.
Keith, regardless, thank you for the donation. I hope you do binge. I hope you do enjoy. And I hope to be seeing you soon, if you know what I mean. Thank you, man.
No,
Yeah,
it was
dude,
just
awesome.
it was Colin made a comment that it just said, "No one, not a single soul." Nick T, yo, fuck Kaiser.
It's true.
It is.
He hates Kaizo.
Dude, that's it. I was for I loved Kaizo, but Kaizo's clearly a backstabber.
Yep.
He's the Brutus.
You're
He's
just
the
realizing
Judas.
that now?
Yeah.
That was apparent in like the second
But I
episode.
thought like he was a casual simper. Like
Exactly.
he has
Yeah.
It turned-
completely
No.
abandoned
It
it.
turned from
He's
simp to
a
now
criminal
he's-
simper.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
somehow got the upgraded job of announcing to the crowd the duel
Yeah,
this
how did that
episode.
happen?
Like, what is happening?
What the hell?
Yeah.
He's just taking over.
He did.
Are you around on Friday or are you working?
I am working,
Okay,
Thank God.
it's fine.
bro.
Bow.
Goose donated $10.
Goose. Thank you, Goose.
With
Cancel Cal.
With the show getting more serious, it makes sense to have a cluster of people from past episodes coming back. I like that Mr. Goha finally has a line. Baby Yuga is adorable, absolutely. Excited for the next episode.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes.
Goose, that is a very nice donation. Thank you so much, man. I really don't deserve it. I appreciate it greatly.
You know what I would like to see? Not to interrupt you.
No, you're good. Go.
One of you talented artists out there, you should do a drawing of baby Yuga to the present Yuga we have now. Do like maybe 2 Yugas in between of just him aging over the process. I would
love that.
love to see something like that. And you guys are way more talented than I am.
Yeah,
so.
I would never even be able to know where to begin with
Yeah, I think
that.
that'd
Yeah.
be really cool.
That would be cool. Well, to any artists who have some free time that want to do that, please, we'll feature you next week.
Send in
baby
Discord.
Yuga.
Goose's point is really good, and when we got the cast list, Goose, remember I had said in the pre-show for episode 12, I do the pre-show every 6 p.m. Eastern time on Friday nights, I had said that this duel is going to be a quintessential duel. Like, this is going to be a turning point of the show because of how many characters are speaking, and it's all the characters that we have seen so far. The only one we didn't see is the Dino Kid. He'll be present in next week's
we already know
episode.
that, yeah.
So all the characters we've seen so far are going to have not major roles, but are going to have roles. They don't feel like your typical Yugioh one-off characters, and that's cool. I really do like that. And again, it just feels like a well-glued together show because of that.
Yeah.
So, good point, Goose. Thank you for the dono, man.
Next dono is from Latrell.
Latrell.
Donated $10.
So, I have to say, as well as XZ's lover, Latrell was also someone who gifted a crazy amount of
Yeah,
subs.
seriously.
I mean,
insane amount of stuff.
Yeah, we broke on Twitch over 100 subs, which is insane. I've done about 5 Twitch streams. Please follow me on Twitch. I just have a feeling something incredible is happening on that site and on that platform, thanks to you guys in the community who are amazing. Twitch.tv/SuperDeepRot. Following is completely free, and I would greatly appreciate it. We're on the long road to 1,000. It would be amazing if we got there. So thank you so much, Latrell, and to everyone. Thank you for donating, man. You're the best.
Creating your own roads.
Wow.
But don't so.
Yes. So anyway, Latrell said, "Hey homies, I 100% agree with Nick T. The episode is a bad stall episode.
Wow.
Some of the content was good, but the duel so far is complete butt.
Wow. I don't.
It's
Dang.
not, I guess not wrong, yeah.
Do like Roa's mill deck though. Also my least favorite episode.
Well, you know,
Wow.
it's very, and Latrell, again, thank you for the donation. It's very fascinating to me, there's almost no middle ground with this episode.
Yeah, it's a
like
little-
like with the
it's very
Dino
limited.
episode and the Mad Max episode and the Mimi episode, everyone was like, yeah, it was,
Yeah.
whatever. Everyone kind of agreed, but there was no one that was like, oh, this was my favorite episode, or, oh, I hated this episode. But it seems like with this episode, you either, and again, based on the Nico ratings as well, you either loved it, which I did, and the 4 of us did, or you didn't really like it. Nick T,
Yeah.
Latrell, and it's kind of fascinating to me because I thought it was a really good episode, but hearing what Latrell just said, hearing what you said, I understand from a dueling perspective that it was kind of slow and stally. Again, for me, I am more, I think, invested in the plot than the duels themselves. So that could also just come down to watching for maybe different reasons to a degree. And if you are watching for more dueling action, yeah, this duel didn't really have it. We didn't see either ace monster. Roa didn't really do anything. Roa summoned one monster, which was that skull, and that was it.
It was awesome, though.
It was a cool monster, but yeah, the duel, it didn't really feel like it started, which I was okay with, because I know it's a two-parter.
Sure.
But I understand that sentiment. So, Latrell, thank you for letting me know that, man. And I am surprised. Least favorite episode. Wow.
Can I bring this up for a second?
Of course.
Do you think that... Okay, I won't. Do you think that the reason why there wasn't a ton of dueling in this episode is because rush duels are normally so quick that... So this was 2 episodes. They had to make this part more plot-heavy because they don't have enough dueling to stretch over 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
I think so.
I think the way it was structured, it was supposed to show how much was going on in a very little amount of time. So, like, with all the, like, obviously, like, a flashback is a pause in time. So, like,
Right.
no actual time is changing when they're in a flashback.
Right.
And then they're showing how quickly everybody got together and was like, okay, like,
Making
you
the
go
calls.
here, you make this
Yeah.
call, you do that. Mimi coming and running up to the stage and calling. And they're just trying to show how much happened in such a small amount of time. That way you can extend that duel into 2 episodes.
Right.
That's the way I saw
Yeah,
it.
it's like very little time in the episode actually
because they've had
elapsed.
what, a turn and a half? I mean, 1 turn each, and then or maybe was it 2 turns for Roa and 1 for Yuga?
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's
Yeah,
like
that was a...
it 3 turns in a rush duel. In a normal rush duel is like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So they had to. I feel like they just kind of had to explain everything that was going on, but it was all happening supposedly at least at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just think the funny part is they come back and they're like, "Oh, we looked everywhere." It's like it's been about 3 minutes of time. So like, really, did you look everywhere?
I know. Yeah. Well, I think for those of you like Latrell that felt the duel in this episode was really bad and that kind of ruined the episode, I don't think that'll be an issue next week.
No.
Because we're going to see Roa's ace debut. I think the real duel is going to start next week. Sevens
Yes.
Road will be unbanned. So I think the dueling action next week is something that's going to be really, really
I'm
good.
really looking forward
Which
to
I
it.
hope it comes true.
Definitely.
But Latrell, thank you for the donation, man.
Thanks,
really
buddy.
appreciate it. Hope to see you soon. I think I will, if you know what I mean.
Stop doing
Huh,
that.
you-
It's creepy.
What do you mean it's creepy?
What do you do?
No, I'm giving a
like
a
a-
special message
Did
to
you wink? You went,
people.
You winked. You also like. I have a feeling I'm going to see you soon. I don't know.
Did you think it was creepy?
A little bit.
As someone who's been my friend for 20 years, that would never hurt my feelings. Did you think it was creepy?
That was a lot of
Yeah,
like
that was
setup
creepy.
right
You're
there.
guilting me a little bit.
what was creepy though?
Well, be honest with me. I wouldn't be your friend if I didn't want you to be honest with me.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Okay. It's been nice knowing you, man.
You knew it would kill him. Oh Jesus.
Oh, see that was cool though. It's cool when he does it.
That's literally, you just sounded like every girl in high school.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
He's setting it right up for that.
Way up.
Like-
All right. I think we had a few more come through Streamlabs, so while you're getting those all set up.
Oh, going to the lab.
Yeah, there should.
Goose! Thank you for another donation through the link in the description, man.
Wow.
$5 donation from Goose. You're the best, man. What if Hologram Man is Mr. Goha?
What?
I like
Oh
that.
my god.
I like that Roa is a third party aside from Team Rush and Goha. It reminds me of Zale, where there was Heartland, Barians, and those guys with numbers for names like Quattro, the Arclight brothers. Absolutely. It reminds me a little bit of Reigns if Soul Technologies was a legitimate threat. But yeah, I do like the Arcadia movement, Dark Signers, and Signers. We've seen the triple threat in Yu-Gi-Oh! Before, and I think with the triple threat, I think that potentially sets up really, really good arcs and really good rivalries and dual matchups and plot lines. On to the theory about Mr. Gohan and Hologram Man.
I like that.
I like that because
I guess it's possible.
he would be playing both sides of whatever he's trying to make as an outcome. He needed the other side to rise to the occasion.
Exactly.
So he created this figure to get our protagonist on board, and
It would be pretty.
mean, that
That's
would
a
be
pretty complex plot. That's good writing.
yeah.
right
Well,
there.
I said I work for Konami.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, actually. If that was Goose, right?
Yeah.
that would be pretty awesome.
That's a good theory, Goose. I like that one. And then Kay also donated through the link. Thank you so much, Kay.
Okay.
Ice cream bars are great.
Yes.
Agreed.
The Klondike are my favorite. Nothing beats a Klondike bar. It's rivaling Kaiba bars in terms of sales. So, Declan was a cat. They changed Akaba Reiji, who's the rival in Arc 5. His dub name is Declan. I always say Declan, which is not the right way to pronounce him. And Kay made a meme about
Klondike.
it.
The Klondike bars.
So it's basically Kay making fun of the way that I.
So
I like
she,
that,
she
Kay.
That's
donated.
great.
She donated just to troll you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Oh,
Yeah,
Good
but
on you for
thank you,
listen,
man.
I love the Klondike bar, and she actually drew the wrapping of it. It would just be a picture of Reiji's face. We have Reiji? No, we don't have Reiji.
Can we sell that in the store?
The Klondike bars? I
Yeah.
don't think they'd sell too well.
What
I
if
don't
you
know.
What if you put a Klondike bar on a T-shirt?
The Klondike
That's
bar.
kind of brilliant.
That'd be pretty good. And
That-
like you're holding it, and it has Reggie's face on the bar.
That would be pretty
That'd be
hilarious.
pretty cool.
Well, Kay, have you seen that image of Playmaker standing at the top of my stairs?
Well, I'm the one who sent that picture.
Yeah,
out to
you
be
sent it
mean.
me, but then Kay drew it where it was Playmaker with the bag of.
Mhm.
Yeah, she drew that, so she's a good artist. Kay, thank you for the donation.
Yes.
I appreciate
Yes.
it.
That meme will never cease to be useful. I used it in the Minecraft server
I know.
this week. Did you see
I know.
that?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Wait, what?
In
Not
like
in
the,
the server,
area
in the-
of the
Oh.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, the channel.
Keon J donated $10.
Thank you so much, Keon.
No message.
Wow.
Oh, thanks for donating.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank
Keon, thank you so much. I don't know if you've donated before, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's a very generous amount as well. So, seriously, thank you, man. I hope you're having a great night. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you, Keon.
Next dono is from Brian Ford, donated $5.
Brian.
Thank you,
Um,
Brian.
Said Roa is amazing and deserves the world. He is for sure the best character in Sevens. I will simp for Roa, and I demand you all simp for Roa as well.
Excuse me?
That's a Kaizo comment.
I think Kaizo actually hacked Brian Ford and made that donation.
Brian Ford's
Brian
comments
Ford is
have
Kaizo.
gotten more and more like off the cliff.
He's really
As
derailing.
As the episodes. Everybody was like, I love what Roa did to Roa.
Yeah, he's like,
He's gonna get mad that you took
Didn't he
that
say he
out of
wanted
context.
him to, didn't he say he wanted
Brian
Roa
out
to
of
take it a step
context.
further or something?
It's like a game of telephone, Brian. You see what happens when you say something? Every week it's gonna change.
No, I'm serious.
I think he did say something like he wanted it. He wanted it to.
He said you keep misrepresenting me.
No, I
We're gonna
swear.
make Brian into the new villain of Sevens by the end of the show.
No, listen. What Brian is saying, I agree with to a very small margin. I think that saying Roa is the best character in Seven so far, I don't think that's a stretch.
No.
I wouldn't say it
There's not
at this
enough
point. There's not enough.
for me.
But I understand.
You could make an argument
I
for
understand loving his character so far. I get that. I think he has the potential, like almost every rival in Yu-Gi-Oh, to be the top of the chain when Sevens is all said and done. I think it's
definitely
very
like his
possible.
introduction. He's very intimidating. I will agree with that.
Yeah.
And that was something that we talked about last week that I was worried about. It helped me out again with this episode.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
The benefit of the giggles. I'm
Listen,
alright.
listen. Brian is great. Brian, we're not gonna simp for Roa just yet, but we'll keep you updated on that, man. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for being here. You're a great guy.
There's someone in chat named Roa Kirishima and
And
just
then
said,
I
"I'll
will-
give everyone here my autograph."
And
I
would you
love-
take a selfie with me? Because I'd be down for
I
that.
love when it doesn't happen often, but I love when the fan characters come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it's
Like
the
when the
best.
actual characters come in and they like
Yeah.
role play as if they're the. It doesn't happen.
Oh,
often.
it's
Playmaker
great.
was here for a while.
Playmaker
too.
was here
Yeah.
for a bit, yeah.
Yep.
And then Brains ended in Playmaker
Yeah,
left,
it's like, ooh.
which is makes sense. Yeah,
Well, he's
Playmaker-
off doing something at
Yeah.
the end of it. We saw.
Looking for I.
forever and ever.
Who is actually Mr. Goha.
Yes.
I is Goha is
Yeah,
Kaza.
Actually,
I'm subscribing to that
Kaizo,
theory.
Kai. Just saying.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dude, Sevens is too meta, man. I can't.
Oh, that's true. Blue Maiden is Blue Maiden. She's still
Yeah.
alive.
That's
True,
right.
She is still
Yeah.
the maiden.
Yeah, but she doesn't act like Blue Maiden.
No, her name's Blue
Yeah.
Maiden,
So there, yeah, but I mean
But
that's
she's
not,
staying true.
that's not a hit on Blue. I mean, I love Blue Maiden. She's great.
Which Blue Maiden now are you talking about? I don't know.
Both Blue Maidens. I like
I would
both.
say both.
Nicholas Horton donated £2.
Okay.
Said perfect dub name for Roa is Ryan Kirishima.
Right. I mean, it would work.
It would. What do I do?
Imagine simping for a rock star named Ryan.
Right. What would Romans be?
You could leave Rome. Just make it A-N.
Yeah.
Roman.
It's kind of like spelling Otis, O-T-I-S in the dub, because it's O-T-E-S in the sub.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I agree,
um,
Dylan. Yeah.
Damn.
And Rooks would just be Luke.
Yeah.
Gakuto would be,
Gary.
Gary. I love thinking of what the dub names would be.
Right, you can't say that. You can't say no offense to any Ryan when you say Ryan is a dumb name. That is directly offensive. You
And your
can't
name is
say
basically Ryan.
His
with a
name,
B.
his name's Ryan with a B.
Front.
Well, it's spelled different.
Ryan Kirishima.
that. Hey man,
There are Ryans that spell it R-I... Oh,
Yeah.
I-A-N-N.
I know
R-I-A-N
Brian's that are
is Ryan Johnson.
B-R-Y.
Oh, true. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Pseudo Rider. My name's Ryan.
Dot, dot,
Dot.
Pseudo Rider is one of the 4 that are still undefeated in the Pick'em.
What? Really?
Yeah, so good luck, Pseudo
Nice.
Rider. I can't remember what he picked for this week. I got to put them all in the spreadsheet, but yeah, he's one of the 4. Blue Maiden being another one.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Could get to 12-0 next week.
yeah, and again, the winner of that wins a gaming console, so massive prize.
You have to commit to one. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, they get to choose.
No, yeah, it's whatever they want.
And again, the only reason I can even give away a massive prize like that for a fan run contest, a free run contest, is what? No,
Yeah.
not because of Konami. Because of you guys and your generosity,
What?
watching my videos, donating. Thank you.
Yeah.
It allows me to do this.
And Dylan being nice, and I'm like,
And I saw some people comment like, "Oh, I lost 1 week. I'm out of it." Like there's
Definitely
such a
not.
long
No.
show. You were definitely.
I mean,
not
there's
out of it.
people who have 5 points right now, and I know right now the leaders are 11-0. I genuinely think if you have like 5 to 6 points, if you pick every duel right from
could
this
win
point
it.
forward, there's probably like 70, 80 duels left. You would win.
Yeah.
I think if you signed up now and went undefeated, you'd have a chance to win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So it is never too late to play. And you're never out of it, even if you're a few down.
Yeah. In the grand scheme.
Pseudo Rider went with Yuga. Yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure Blue Maiden went with Draw No Result.
Wow.
So she
that's bold.
rode with me.
So the rest.
Yeah. I see. I don't think it was that bold. I really think it was very.
I mean, you still could be 100% right.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely than many other duels, but I think that percentage is still fairly low.
I mean, I would say I was like 40-40-20 on
Really?
mine.
I thought Roa was the least likely.
I just did not
Right,
see
right.
any way Roa was winning.
Unfortunately.
Giant.
But guys, if you're unofficial, totally get in it officially.
Yeah, just
Join.
email me.
It's completely free.
Completely free.
Yeah.
Completely free.
You
Follow
literally
him
just
on
like
Twitter.
email him, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the Twitter link in like the description of the videos and stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have the email. right in the description.
okay.
You can't pick for this duel because it's in progress, but next week, absolutely.
Next donuts from Jack Knight 21.
Thank you, Jack.
Donated $5.
Jack with his great insight, right?
Great insight.
Yeah, the watermelon boy.
It's okay. We could have pretended to
said,
win it.
What's up, y'all? Pete, is Legend of Korra worth watching?
Oh.
I cannot answer that because I myself, as a huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, have never watched The Legend of Korra. But it's funny
Wow.
you say that because it could be coming to Clueless Gamers. Who knows?
Subscribe, Clueless Gamers. Link down below. Subscribe.
Is there a link down below?
There should
No.
be.
There's not one.
There should be a link to Cal's Twitch as
There's
well.
not one to my Twitch, and there's also not
He
one.
says what he says every week is that I will add it after this.
And he
Never
never
adds
does.
it.
Never does.
Now, Cal, to make you feel better, when I do reviews on the channel, he still doesn't link my channel.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You
And
know-
he could go in and edit that.
You know what's great about that too? Like Dylan's like, yeah, over
Thank you,
100
Church.
subs last stream, and I'm like, and he's like, but I'm gonna put Cal's thing down there, and I'm like, I think I just hit 50 followers.
I was your 50th follower. I didn't follow you until last night. I'm not even kidding.
Like,
I'm not-
what does that
I
say?
don't follow
let's
you
go.
either, so.
Let's go.
I followed you right away.
I'm very happy that you followed
Yeah,
me,
congrats on 50.
but you just followed me.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I thought
I'm your moderator.
Kate made up
and
for
you
it.
didn't follow me.
Well, I thought I followed you.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Kate followed me first.
Have you
anyway,
been by
two
one of
friends.
Cal's streams, though?
Of course, Valorant all day.
He's definitely not. You just saying.
Valorant with the boys.
Yeah,
No,
you know.
he played with Jarrett.
He's never been there.
I did play with Jared.
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
Big fan.
He just knows
But he
from
didn't
the
follow.
Discord. He just knows.
Yeah, he actually
true.
watched the whole stream and didn't follow.
Yep.
Brian, it's
Jack?
some common knowledge.
Is that all
of
is that all?
Dylan Cal.
No.
Yeah.
It said, and Dylan been
True.
playing
Medulci.
and dinosaurs.
So Dino, I knew it. Yeah, my.
Yeah.
Dinos are great. I love dinos, Jack. I also saw that Ryan won his first round in the remote duel. I think he lost after that, but he beat Gage. Nim. I can never say his YouTube name, but the guy we met.
Oh!
Yeah, really nice guy. Yeah.
That was a nice guy.
Yeah, he beat him in the first round. So that's actually someone that Jack is friends with. So that's pretty funny.
That's
Small
crazy.
But yeah, two really cool dudes. So Jack, thank you for the donation. Good luck with your dinos, bro.
Yes, best of luck.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
always.
Right, I remember you asking him, how do you say your channel name? He said it, and we
said,
still
"Oh,
couldn't say it
okay."
after that. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, great.
Just Nim Nim. That's what I
Yin
say.
yin.
Everyone knows who I'm talking
How
about.
do you spell it?
NYHYHIMY.
Jesus. Okay.
It's nutty. Where you
Yin
look
yin.
at it and your head.
That spelling might not even be right.
Yeah.
But he's a really
A little
nice,
bit.
really funny guy.
He is. Electric Kevin donated $5 Australian.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
The Core 4 is great, and I really hope they don't fall apart. Also, reminding y'all that Sevens will be the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series.
That is
Got a
bold.
chance.
Still bold, but
Got a
I think,
chance.
hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is
every
good
you
a
know,
chance as any. Yeah.
every time a new Yu-Gi-Oh starts, I always say I hope that this is the best show when it's all said and done. I hope
Yeah.
the protagonist is the best,
Yeah.
the rival is the best, the girl is the best girl lead, the deuteragonist, the antagonist.
Yeah. Why would you want to
Um,
root against it? You
exactly.
want it to be as good as
I'm
possible.
always rooting for it, just like I was rooting for Vrain, just like I was rooting for Arc 5 and Zexel.
That's a shame.
But for which one?
Arc 5.
A lot of people were rooting for Arc 5.
I was rooting for you. We were all
I'm rooting for
you.
So, yeah, we'll see, Kevin. I mean, it's got a lot of work to do. To be the best, you got to beat the best.
I do hope, though, I agree that the core four stays together. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
love their
Me too.
dynamic.
I like their
I
dynamic
really
a lot.
I hope that Roman's betrayal because it's blackmail doesn't really tear them apart.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope not.
I think Yugioh will be absolutely accepting right
It's
away.
Rook. You have to win
Yeah,
Rook
Yuga,
back.
yeah.
He's the one that's.
I wouldn't mind seeing a little dark side of Rook, kind of like the others accept, and then Rook gets mad that they're bringing her back in. He kind of
Yeah.
like separates for a little
Like,
bit,
nah, I'm done.
and he'll
Yeah.
be like, you know what, duel me to stay in the group, and then like Roman wins, and it's
I'm
this
taking my
big
dual
power
disc and
movement
going
for her.
home.
That would be wonders for Roman's character.
Yeah, it would.
Dre got to win.
yeah.
Colin literally just said maybe she has to beat Rook to get back in. Literally
There
the
you go.
words from my mouth
No,
right
that'd be
there.
great.
How weird is that?
She
Great minds think alike.
she has as many wins against human characters as Aoi Eisen got the entirety of Reigns.
All right.
Who?
Am I wrong about that? I don't think I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Because she beat Prototype B
And Haru.
and Haru,
Yeah.
one-off characters, and Vyra, who, even though she was a human, also a one-off duelist. She only dueled once.
Yep.
So I
Justice
want people to
for
think about that Roman, through 12 episodes, has the same amount of wins against humans, and she has more wins against characters that have dueled more than once
Yes.
than Aoi Eisen.
Let's just not speak too soon, though.
Well, I'm not
That's true.
speaking too
Because imagine
soon.
the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, no. And listen, the barometer is never high, but like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
When you really think about that. That's just crazy. Unless I'm missing an Aoi Eisen win, but I don't think I am.
No.
And I loved Aoi.
Yeah.
I really liked her. She had a lot of tough matchups. Bowman, but Soul
She
Burner.
gave
Soul-
that. I still love that duel.
It was a good
against
duel.
Bowman.
Soul Burner she should have won against.
But that was just introducing that character.
Yeah,
so
but he
you
had already
understand.
beaten
What
Go
about
and bitten
Spectre?
Boot. What?
The Spectre duel.
Oh, I forgot the Spectre duel too. Yeah, she lost a lot.
Yikes.
That face planter.
That's a meme in itself.
Yeah.
To
And then
get-
when she lost against Soul Burner, people forget this, but she got thrown against the cliff wall. She
Yeah.
spoke a couple words, and then she passed out.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, then Emma got them out of that windy area before it collapsed.
Dude, I
right?
can't.
Yeah.
What was Reigns?
It was a good show.
That was a great
it
show.
Was.
It was really good. But man, that was rough. She had seen better days.
Yikes. Next dono.
Yeah.
Brian Ford donated another $2.
Hell yeah.
Said this dono is for you guys to talk about Roa more.
That was simping.
Yeah.
He's
We've talked about
He's
Roa
man
so
with
much.
power.
Brian, let me tell you this. We'll talk about Roa way more on the next Sevens Up. I promise you that. Thank you for the dono, dude. It's funny. He's a funny guy.
dude. I love.
Um,
Yeah.
Matthew Kennedy donated $4. Said, "Hey guys, can I get some luck? I have to get tested."
Oh,
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, shit.
I
Good luck.
Shit.
I did it earlier this year. It's not a enjoyable experience.
Nose, right? Nose.
Yeah, I got it up both nostrils.
You got it.
Yeah, it's not fun, but it's something you need to do, and I obviously hope it works out and
Yes.
it's completely negative. It was for
Yeah.
me, thankfully. But yeah, it was very nerve-wracking waiting about 3.5 days because it was the weekend
Right.
for those
Yikes.
results. But
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're feeling, bud.
Yeah, good luck, Matt.
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're feeling okay physically right now. Just obviously he was in contact with someone, right?
Right.
That's why you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So good luck, man, and we're all praying for you, man.
Of course.
You'll be okay. You got this. You got this, and we're all here for you, dude. So you can always reach out. But we'll keep you in our thoughts.
Just don't move when you're getting the test because then it just prolongs it.
They'll
Just
just have to do
stay,
it again
just
and
stay
again,
still. It's uncomfortable, but just do it once and get it over with.
Yeah.
Close your
The best
eyes
advice
and
I
just
could
let it
give.
happen.
Yeah, I've never gotten the test, but good luck, Matt. It's all gonna work out, man. It's all gonna work out.
I'm sorry. What, Cal?
I said just close your eyes and let it happen.
Next to now.
Next dono. Strong Punjabi donated $5 Canadian.
Look, that's a new name. Thank
It
you,
is a new
Strong.
name. Said, hi guys, can you react to Student of the Year and ABCD2 produced by Disney, which are two great Bollywood movies and big blockbusters in Canada?
Write those down. We're gonna look those up.
Have you heard of them?
I have not heard of them, no.
No. Let's look that
They're
up
probably on
after
Disney
the stream.
Plus. Yeah, we'll look that up, Punjabi.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
absolutely.
donation, man. I seriously appreciate
It's
and
really
the
interesting.
suggestions.
Yeah.
Always down to hear new suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you, man.
For sure.
Does that wrap things up?
That does. That
Wow.
is it.
Look at
Okay,
us.
perfect. Well, listen, guys. Any parting thoughts here, Nick T?
Two
Yeah.
that I just can't let go.
Okay.
The first being, where'd you get that shirt?
I don't know. Is it your shirt?
It's absolutely my shirt. I played with that band.
So this shirt appeared in my closet about 5 months ago, and I've never worn it, and I never knew where I got it from. But this was the only clean shirt I had. I was doing a wash tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely my shirt. I
Oh,
played
that
with
makes
paralysis
sense.
more than once.
Oh, I couldn't even read the
You couldn't read that it says paralysis?
No, I couldn't read the font.
What is
Wow,
this
I've
stream
always
tonight?
woned where this shirt
What
is
is
from,
this
because you've
stream?
never seen me wear
Well,
this
that's
shirt.
why when
Never
I,
seen you wear
Yeah,
that
no,
when
shirt
I first
before.
got here, you were like smirking at me, and I could have sworn that was because I noticed the
No,
shirt.
I really had no idea. I've always wondered where this shirt appeared from.
Yeah.
So you must have stripped in my basement and left it here?
I mean, I do that a lot. So.
Yeah, but you usually pick up your clothes
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
do you want it
I
back? Or
Hey, I mean, you can. I don't know.
What was point 2?
when's your
I
birthday?
was gonna like January 15th.
You're gonna give him his own shirt back as a birthday
Nice.
gift.
That's good.
I couldn't let your comment slide. I just can't. I wanted to, but when you said to close your eyes and see what happens, I feel like that wasn't your first time saying that.
Yeah, a couple people actually did say that in the chat, that it wasn't my first time saying that.
Okay, good. At
And
least
I don't like the fact that multiple people have said that.
Couple updates before we
I'm not
do
gonna comment on that.
sign off. The merch shop should be live by next week.
Woo!
Yeah,
He says that
something-
every week.
I have not said that every week. This is
You
the first time
literally-
I'm
no.
announcing it.
You said that last week, and I told
You
Davis to
100%
clip it.
and Kate literally called you
I
out and
called
said
you
next
out and
week we'll be in the
said
same
next
spot.
week you'll be
Play-
saying
play
the
the clip
exact same
back.
thing.
No way. There's no way.
Play it back.
Do you remember that?
I
Clip
wasn't
it
here
and
last
ship
week.
it.
So you didn't hear me say it.
I
He
did
wasn't
not.
here.
Okay, thank you. Nick D didn't hear me.
You
I
know,
don't.
for the record, though, having people harass me to watch the.
It worked?
Yeah, I didn't know it didn't work, but I was like, I replied
Go for
with, to quote Dylan, Nick T doesn't watch these things.
Did you watch it last week?
No.
So we told you to watch and you said, you know Andrew came by the stream?
Wait, did he actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your brother, at any time I'm live and you're not on the camera,
He's-
there is a better chance your brother comes by than
That's
you.
weird, actually.
We,
Well, it's not
we
weird,
Had,
it's
we had
factual.
odds on the board. We should have put, does A Timinary show up? Because
Yeah,
then we would have hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, anyway, thank you guys all for coming by. Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up has been a major success, and that is all thanks to you guys. To everyone who donated, thank you so much. Can't tell you how much they mean to me. Can't tell you how much they breathe life into the channel. I think we just passed actually 71,000 subs. You guys are
like it.
amazing. Long road to 100K. If it ever happens, I don't think it will, but you guys
Let's get them there.
are great. Streaming on Twitch every Monday, every Thursday. The Twitch experience has been amazing so far. Please join that. Twitch.tv/SuperDeepRot. Link is in the description.
What time? You didn't say what time.
Mondays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
There we go.
I will have a video soon going over my new schedule. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Kate, Cal, Pete, Nick T, you guys all rock. And merch
Thank you.
shop, again, should be live next time this week.
Looking forward to it.
Do we want to go around any promotions you guys have?
I'll start. Kate Barney on Twitter.
Kate Barney on Twitter.
All right, twitch.tv/CalBreezy. I'll put it in the chat because Dylan didn't
doesn't
link
put
it
in
below,
the
so
description, yeah.
we can send it over to Pete, who also didn't get linked below.
Next week, going forward on every stream, I'll have all your stuff linked.
You said that last week.
Just like the merch shop. I run a channel called Clueless Gamers. We just did a couple reactions to some DC fandom
we
stuff
did.
before we did the stream, so that should be up by tomorrow. And on Twitter as Pete Vaccaro 21.
Yep, Clueless Gamers, Cal Breezy, Mom Fight.
My own solo stuff I haven't set up the socials for that, so just go follow Momfight NJ on Instagram and or Twitter, and just follow me on both those platforms as at Nick Timoneri.
Yeah, you guys are all amazing. And again, we are here for the long run. We will always be here for you every Wednesday night, 8, 9 p.m. Always going to try for 8, but sometimes there will be little delays here and there. So just bear with us on that. If you want more Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's pre-show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday. I will also be live on Thursday on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so I'm sure I'll see a lot of you guys tomorrow. You guys are all amazing. Thank you guys all so much for coming by, helping out.
Thank you.
End of the arc next week, literally in 2 days. Can't wait to talk more about it next week. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everyone.
Thank